Wait,
Wait,
hold on.
where's the
Is it 1 or 0?
Yeah. 3, 2, 1, go.
Fuck, he did it!
And we're live.
He didn't
Wow.
tell us.
What, I mean, does that go like 1.5 then 1, or
I feel like this is the Brady Bunch. Like there's a lot of different squares going on, and a lot of different people saying shit. I like.
I'm Alice right in the middle.
You are in Discord, but on the stream, you're in the top.
Hi everybody, this is Bruno.
Hi, Bruno.
Bruno. What a beast.
Hi, Bruno.
All right, what?
All
He's
right.
the only Saint Bernard I know that has a broken sniffer.
Oh.
He has to get this close to you to sniff you.
He's just full of lovin's.
I was going to say, that's just his own trick. He just wants to get that closer to you.
Yeah. All right, go lay down. Come.
All right, we are live. We're ready to go. We're going to switch to the recap screen for you. G.
Oh, the recap screen. All right, we got a short one today. I don't have much going on. Last week was an active but quiet session, so I can make this one short and sweet. So last week found us right in the thick, in the beginning of a battle, as the group had surrounded themselves by some like large rocks and boulders to keep themselves protected within the campsite. However, as they awoke, they found themselves suddenly in a bit of an onslaught, surrounded by what appeared to be very large spiders. Nothing seemed abnormal about them besides their ginormous size, right up until one of them instantaneously disappeared, reappearing somewhere else at a later time, in which case half of them began to do so quite often. The other half were just very large, firing massive webs. After a prolonged battle that saw some interesting things, Siddle decided to become a rogue and take off. Althea buried herself under a rock, letting 2 opportunity attacks go by and maintaining, only to strike on the third fiercely. There was some web slinging, but otherwise, you guys made pretty quick work of what was a 9 massive spider battle. And the adventurers just said, all right, let's do it, and then moved on for the day. Luckily, nobody was harmed, despite some close calls. And your meat shield Griswold decided to hang back and not charge the front lines to protect the children and the farmer. At which point, you guys made your way finally into Belliard. The farmer and the children returned safely home. As a thank you, he gifted you with his grandfather's +1 crossbow, which O'Doon gladly took, not having any ranged weapons and tired of bouncing javelins off of giants. At that point, you guys found the local tavern, obviously, and had a few drinks and discussed. Warwick making his way around a little bit, finding some interesting friends, just scouting out what's going on in the area. Any potential treasure, any quests that you guys can find. Finding out a couple different things. 1, most of Belliard seems to be retired adventurers of one sort or another. 2, there are some rumors of buried treasure around. These adventurers have to hide their old winnings somewhere. And 3, directed to the far north to take on Klauth, the legendary ancient red dragon, as far as you're aware, which is what we're doing today. So that's where we're going to pick up. You guys traveled north, where we're at the lair. No, kidding. And that's where we picked up, in the tavern. We left off there. One other thing that was mentioned was, heard some rumors from down south of some weird things going on down that way, particularly some chasm that was opened up, some odd creatures, enemies attacking the towns from there. Luckily, a couple of strangers passed by, and it was not this group, no adventurers that you know of, that took care of the issue, and it is now resolved. However, this seemed to catch Griswold's attention, who rapidly went over and began interrogating fiercely the table, the new friends that Warwick had just made, through every bit of intimidation that he had upon them. And he's returned to the table, and that is where we're going to pick up. Before anything else goes on, from the last 2 battles, everyone is awarded an even 2,000 XP.
Woo! Woo!
Do we level up? Do I have to do anything with that in game?
Drop it on your character sheet.
Yeah, so you can put the XP, but we do not level up.
Oh, not yet.
We're at 19,505.
While you guys set that up, give me 10 seconds here, and I will be right back.
We're getting close.
Character sheet at the top right.
We're getting close.
Experience points?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
19,505.
19,
We need
505.
we just need to go kill an ancient dragon, and I think we'll level.
I agree.
So, how many hit points do we need to get to level up to level 7?
I want to say 7 is
23,000.
23,000.
Okay.
And then what's the next one's 27? Is that right?
Yeah. I thought.
Maybe it's more than that, and I'm just hopeful.
Yeah, they
No.
spread them out. I think around the 6th level, between 6th and 7th,
34,000 if
and I
we're
think
level 8.
like 11th and 12th or 12th.
9,000 XP. That's crazy.
I mean, you got to remember though, we're gonna be we should be like just whacking fire giants left and right. Hopefully that'll get us something.
We'll see. Never know.
Maybe the fire giants are really misunderstood, and you know,
I
I'm
think I'm gonna go with what I said on that episode of Echo Chamber. Somebody is in charge of the fire giants. They didn't think of it on their own.
Rolled a 3
for sure.
and a 17.
Is this your portents?
3 and a 17, yes.
Oh, that's gonna be nice. Honestly, it could be like the Critical Role campaign 1 where what's his face, the not the mind flare but the brain thing, the beholder.
All right, sorry everyone. I'm now back and good.
Welcome back.
All right, so everyone got their 2,000 XP.
Yep. Yeah, so
we
we hit 23,000. So I think level 7, Garrett. Just give us a minute, no big deal.
All right, that's perfect. Let me level up all the enemies as well, then.
To level 10.
Above us, right? So level
Let me just give a little extra XP to that red dragon.
8. Yeah,
We're all dead
that one
anyway.
doesn't count. We can't see it. No.
It's now challenge rating 28.
Oh god.
What is the CR of an ancient red dragon? I don't even think I looked at that, but I imagine it's like
24-ish.
About 25.
Yeah,
Yeah.
somewhere in that 24 to 26 range.
so.
Yeah.
So just so everybody knows, the 2 hill giants we just encountered were CR 9. So, and we almost killed ourselves with that freaking gavel. So.
Oh yeah, no, definitely put it in perspective.
There was a bugbear too. That's a half. So that changes everything.
Yeah.
Garrett, just to let you know, I rolled a 17 and a 3 for my portent rolls.
17 and 3. Got it.
You could always throw it in chat, and then if we have it questioned, it would be there.
Like
Just
the chat.
throw it in the roll 20, 17, 3.
Oh, hold on, that chat.
Well, that way we could just scroll up, but it's up to you.
I was gonna throw in the D&D one. Hold on.
That's fine too.
Oh, hold on.
Whichever's easiest for you, man.
Where's this chat at?
Agreed. So, are we're starting off where Adrian had just asked a question, right?
Yes. Yeah, we're picking up there. There were some various things going on, so we'll pick up just in the tavern. Griswold had just had his return to the table. And what was the question Adrian had asked? Did you pick up on?
Where do we go next?
Yeah, I think he pretty much said, "Hey guys, we just got our asses handed to us. Where do we go next?"
Let's go sleep first.
And you guys wanted to go back to Grudhog, right? Back to Den.
Set it on fire.
I think that was what I picked up.
No.
I'm going to take a nap. I'm going to sleep.
Grizz, do you know something about these this happenings going on in Wamford? You seem like you took interest in that very abruptly.
Interest is a way to put it. It has to deal with. I might as well just tell you a story of my past and how I came to be an adventurer at all. Really.
Reel him in.
Just throw that softball right up there. Let me whack it.
He's been standing with that bat at the home plate for months.
As soon as I heard last session about fishers, I just came up to bat and I'm like, oh mother of goodness.
I was hoping Adrian would ask that question. All of a sudden, Garrett would be like, "A fissure opens under you. Stop telling your story. Let's go."
I thought everyone
I gotta
was
let him start first.
I thought
Halfway.
everyone. Oh,
Go
what was
ahead,
that?
keep going.
Oh.
You're on countdown.
You're up,
Go.
Evan.
oh,
Chasm
oh,
opens in 30 seconds.
Oh, I thought everyone was going to go to bed. Um, no, it all starts back in growing up with my family. We lived in this big town, Tristram, full of wanderers and common folk and things of the like. And being giants, we weren't, or being Goliaths, we weren't common, but we were known among the common people. My father was a blacksmith, a renowned blacksmith, and things just started to go sideways. The king of the town was jealous of my father for how well he can make these weapons. People would come from all over to see them, so there was somewhat of a rivalry with the king's blacksmith and my father. But at some point, things started to go south. These fissures, these creatures started to come around the town. Things we hadn't seen before. Fissures started to open up, and things got a little crazy. So the king called for any hero who would come to help rid the land, basically giving them anything that they would want, but forbid my father to make anything for these wanderers, these heroes whatsoever. One by one they came, and one by one they fell, and things kept getting worse. One night I woke up. There's a shining light, and I thought that someone had set our house on fire. And I rose quickly, only to see my father not on fire, but talking to this being, glowing red light. I came to find out that it was the Archangel Gabriel. He told my father that someone would come and ask him for a weapon, and my father must give him this to rid the land of this evil and close the fissure, regardless of the consequences. As you can imagine, my father did just that and was able to give this wanderer a weapon right before not only my father but myself was taken as well. We were thrown in the jail cell, beaten, battered. My mother and sister left for dead. Before we were about to get executed, the wanderer came back in town, claiming that he had closed the fissure, bringing the head of a demon with him as proof. Some kind of, I don't know, crazy creature that we had never seen. But the wanderer seemed a little different. He seemed like he was full of darkness, but battling to keep this in. His request: let my father and I go, and my father to tag along with him, to leave town and venture off, wherever that may be. The king, holding to his word, though irritated, granted him that wish. My father left with this wanderer, never to be seen again. Later that night, I was awoken by this light again, and Gabriel had appeared, told me that he and my father it was a long lineage of paladins in the family, that Gabriel had selected my father, grandfather, and many on before them to help rid the land of evil and work with him to guide the path of people, to make things better. But he needed this evil to be stopped. It didn't end with the wanderer, as he had mentioned. That is where that night he granted me the powers that I have today, swore upon me the oath of vengeance, with the main goal of finding my father and finding this wanderer, and hopefully one day finding out what this evil is and ridding it once and for all. That is why I'm doing what I'm doing now. And it sounds like wherever this wanderer is going, evil is following, and that is something I need to finish. If I'm this close to my father, potentially this close, I need to save him and hopefully kill this evil. But I don't know. It worries me so, seeing how evil this may be. I don't know if I can do it alone.
So do you think that these mysterious people that came through that closed up the fissure was your father?
Potentially. it started with just those two, but I can imagine that they, I don't know. I don't know if they picked up anyone else along the way. I don't know, but it just sounds too similar, too close to what I had seen with my own eyes many years ago to not take a look at this to see what is going on.
So just so I understand, are they walking around, traveling and closing fissures everywhere?
I don't know. That's the thing. The Wanderer came to town when the king had called for a hero and had supposedly closed this fissure um, around the town of Tristram. So I don't know how many more. We had heard word that evil and creatures were spreading around, but we don't know how far that spread. So
Do
they
we know
could
what's
potentially
opening
be
them
doing
though?
some. No, we don't.
So just again, so we all understand, what would your plan be to go find those two wanderers, one possibly being your father, and help them close fissures, or would we be tracking down with the cause? What would be the goal there? Because the way I see it, we can either go north and find out Siddle's background, and hopefully he knows a little bit more about the Vonendod than we know, or we can track down and close some fissures.
My main objective is to find my father, and if this evil has been, in speaking with Gabriel, it seemed that the Wanderer didn't destroy the evil the first time, but merely contained it. And if that's the case, the main objective would be to find my father, and if the Wanderer is still containing this evil, kill him, get rid of it, and in hopes that that would take care of the fissures. But if he is not the cause of it, then it may be to go and find the main cause. But I cannot tell you for certain which is which, but I'm thinking that this Wanderer may have just contained the evil within him. And it could be a bigger battle than I imagined, but I am not sure.
It seems we are at a fork in the road. We can either go together as one, or we can take two separate paths, but those are the two paths as I see it.
You mentioned going north to help with Siddle's background. Where north would we have to go?
Siddle, I'll let you answer that one.
Hang on. Let me pull up the notes.
Xanthar's Keep.
Xanthar's.
Xanthar's Keep.
Jesus. Yes. Xanthar's Keep. To find
The Weevil.
yes, the
I
Weevil.
was going to say
Thank you.
Weedle, but that's Pokemon.
Sorry, I'm trying to help you, Rusty.
Is
Yeah,
that
I-
on the same route to Neverwinter?
No, but we have means of travel quickly to certain places.
If
Tell
we
me
make it to
more about
Yartar,
this.
we can. And in Warwick, you don't know this, but as Adrin says, we have means to travel quickly through teleportation. If we make it to Yartar, we can make it to Neverwinter or even Mirror very quickly. And then right below Mirror is maybe a couple of day ride to Xanthar's Keep. Xanthar's Keep.
I would rather not travel to Mirbar.
Why not? Tell me a little more about that.
We can get into that on the road. I figure we have some time. Meanwhile, while Griswold was telling his story, Emmerich walked over to the bar and got a round for everybody, and paid the barkeep, I forget her name right now, she's a half-orc, a gold to keep the drinks coming. I would suggest that we don't make any hasty decisions. Let's sleep on it. But we have the two paths before us. Griswold, if that's your destiny, you have my axe.
That was a
I,
cheap shot.
I appreciate that, Master Dwarf. I know we've had our differences in the past, but nonetheless, it's been great battling alongside you, and I'm sure we'll get into some fun. Sure, we'll get into some interesting things later on.
So are we all agreed? We will sleep on it then.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
And I'll place the drinks in front of everybody, and Amrook will say, then might I suggest a small drinking game to get us started off before we go to bed?
Did you fill a giant-sized cup for me, or is it a baby cup?
It's a giant-sized cup. Don't worry.
Okay.
What kind of game are you thinking about?
I was
And
hoping you would say that, Warwick.
What are the wagers?
I was also hoping you'd say that. I say we all put in a gold, and I can explain the rules to you before we get going.
Well, you know I'm in.
All right. So with that, G, are you going to play Odun or Reed?
I was gonna play Reed. I can't cover them both though.
All right, completely up to you. And I will, Amrook will take a moment to explain the rules. I'll explain the rules out of character, if that's okay. So the rules to this drinking game are, it's a head-to-head drinking game. So two people will sit down. Amrook will say, you said you were going to play Reed and Odun?
Yeah, I'll handle both.
All right,
Unless somebody else wants to take them.
Odun, if I could have you sit across from me, we can start this off, and I'll slide the cup over to him, and we'll get ready. So I'll continue to explain the rules. Basically, you have to finish your mug of ale before your opponent, and you have to keep it down. So the way that works for the player is you roll a Constitution check. Not a save, but a Constitution check. Whoever rolls the higher number finishes their cup first. If you roll below a specific number and each round that number goes up, you vomit and you are out. And we continue going until there's one final person left. That person gets the pot, and Amrook will put a gold down and say it's a gold Annie if everybody wants to throw in a gold.
Odun's just gonna flick it on. Reed's gonna pull one out, kind of twiddle it through his fingers, and pop it out on the table.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Man, I had terrible
Seven. Ashley can be the 8th. Athea can be the 8th. I think I'll sit this one out.
Wait. Do we not have? Oh, because we don't have Reed.
6. What? Oh, Reed's in. Reed just dropped his. Odun.
Yeah, sorry. I was looking at the screen. We have.
Oh, yeah. We got 9 total, including me. I, Garrett, am out. DM. So you got eight.
So we would
adventures.
have 8 adventures. It's 8 of us, Adrian. We need you in here. All right. There's a slight.
Adrian was trying to step away.
a slight modification. If you lose, if you are against someone and they finish their drink before you, you have to tell us something about yourself that we may not know. Grizz, this might be a little hard for you since you just pretty much told us your life story. But think deep and try and tell us something. We used to play this when I was in the military. Whenever we would get new recruits, it's a good way to bond with each other, really build camaraderie. And with that, I think I'll go ahead and give Odun a wink and say, "Are you ready?"
I'm gonna strum on my my instrument a little bit. I'm ready.
All right, and so we clink tankards, and we do a Constitution check.
All right.
Oh, I accidentally had advantage on.
What am I doing here? Yeah, accidentally.
We'll take the first one. 17. And Odun gets a 12. So what you see here, and I'll narrate if that's okay with you, G.
Please.
So what you see here is you see Odun and Amrook clink mugs and then go to down them. Amrook just chugs his and slams his mug down while Odun is still about halfway through and then finally finishing only to look across and watch Amrook wipe a little bit of ale off of his beer. I believe that is your turn to tell something about yourself, Odun.
Well, I suppose that's only fair. This is a bit
This
tough.
part might be tricky for you because We
Yeah,
could table Reed and O'Dunes that they can tell us you will flashback type deal if you want.
Let's table those two facts. They each owe you one. I have not had the chance to go over backstory yet, as we've been introducing O'Dune's character. He's still developing it a little bit, and he couldn't make it. And Reed, I'll need to defer. So.
All right, so I will just put tally marks. Every tally mark that I have on my thing is one that they need to tell us next time they're on. Good with it?
Good.
So it's not just to clarify, this is not a saving throw, correct?
Correct. It is
Correct.
just a Constitution check. So you're going to click on the Constitution on the left, not under saving throws.
I just wanted to make sure because my aura of protection helps me out with shit like that. But
Griswold, since you seem ready to go, why don't you pick an opponent and go next?
Warwick, why not? Want to learn something about you? Figure this shit out.
Oh man, sounding cocky already, thinking you're gonna know something about me right off the bat.
So Warwick, trying to like go to bed, looking really tired because he wanted to go to bed as soon as he was done finding out from the treasures, decides he's gonna go ahead and he's gonna straddle the chair backwards, of course, because he's that cool, and then he's gonna lift up the mug in front of him. Him and Griswold are going to clink glasses. Griswold, not quite as fast as Amrook, but is still going to chug his cup quick enough and then slam his giant-sized mug down, shaking the rest of the table as Warwick...
Minor illusion, as I see that Griswold is finishing his very quickly and putting his down, I'm going to cast Minor Illusion to make it look like it's still full.
I'm gonna
Give me a deception check.
Is Minor Illusion a
Verbal.
Yeah, it is. Is it verbal or semantic? Is that semantic?
Somatic.
Okay. Somatic. Thank you.
I don't know.
So does it have a V, S, or M next to the spell
S,
itself?
S and M.
So you're
That has verbal too.
yeah. So you actually have to wave your hand. So you are drinking and waving your hand. I believe that.
And have to say something too.
Yeah, and you have to stop drinking to say something and fill his cup again. So you're still going to do that now that you know that.
Where does it say I have to say something? Is that just the M?
Yeah.
That's the V.
No, F, the V.
So there is no V in Minor Illusion.
There's no V.
Oh,
No
no
verbal.
Okay. So nonetheless, you still have to, while drinking, while stably drinking, you still have to do the geographic, or yeah, you're still going to do it.
Yeah.
And so the rest of us see him do this hand motion.
So I would say that he could do it on the table.
All right. So
If he
deception
can hide
check.
it.
Deception check. All right.
I want to have a deception check on that one. We'll see if he can do it under the table, drinking in one hand. You guys are watching the chugging, so you might be able to get away with it.
That'll be based on our passive perception. Amrook doesn't see him. Does anybody have 17 or over?
Adrian and Reed see it.
Adrian
have
and
no-
Reed.
Althea, do you? I don't have you loaded yet.
I have a 19 as passive perception.
All right. Adrian, Reed, and Althea. I'll see you casting this under the table, so wheel in your hands. Reed's just gonna take a look, and he's just gonna.
I'm gonna kind of look at Reed.
How do you see passive perception? Just curious.
But it's under your skills on the left. It says passive wisdom perception.
Because
Althea, you saying anything?
No.
So as he casts this, Griswold, thinking he doesn't quite finish it, decides to take it back up and try and finish it, but it doesn't seem to do anything. He still figures out it's an illusion and slams it down, now knowing that it was an illusion. Go ahead. You gonna call him out?
I'll
or
see
you
that
gonna...
coming.
oh yeah, I'm calling him out. Be like, what is this? This, who's doing something to my flask? This is what is this?
I'm just gonna look dumbfounded, have no idea what's going on, just to see if anybody's gonna say anything. I'm using this as a moment to see who's gonna let the beans spill. So I'm just gonna play like I don't know anything.
Nonetheless, Warwick.
Broken.
What'd you say? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Good. Your glass seems to be a bit broken. Reed says.
Yes. Nonetheless, Warwick, you still lost. Go ahead and share.
Hold on, real quick though. I can't. Oh, passive wisdom perception 14. Okay, now I see it.
There you go.
Let's see. So, this is just one thing about myself. Yes.
Yeah, something that we don't know, which I mean is pretty open for you.
This is the first group I've traveled with in a very, very long time. Other than that, for the most part of my life, I've been on my own. And I'm just gonna.
Bit of a loner, eh? Siddle, would you like to take the floor next?
Yeah, sure thing.
And who would you like to go against?
So I feel like it may be a bit unfair because I haven't got a lot of secrets I can spill.
Well, in that case.
Well, in that case, you could always wait until we get to the Weevil, and then if you get your memory back, share something with us.
Yeah, we'll do that.
And we'll see if anybody remembers whenever you get your memory back. So who are you picking to go against? I knew if anybody was going to cheat, it was going to be Keegan. I just want to say that. I figured either him or if Murph was here, one of those two was going to cheat.
For sure.
Oh fuck! Who's lost so far?
Well, you'd have to pick somebody who hasn't gone yet. So your options
You
are
got Adrian, Reed, and Althea.
Yeah.
I'll go with Reed.
All right.
Hey.
So Reed was already sitting down, just kind of sitting back as Siddle calls him out, he death stares straight across from him, picks up the mug and holds it up. Siddle clinks the glass and go ahead and roll.
Oh!
Oh my god! What the fuck?
All right.
Dude.
All right, so as they clink glasses, you wouldn't think that this scrawny little wizard could handle himself this way when it comes to alcohol, but he tips it back even faster than Chamb3r and just throws it back and then just nonchalantly sets it down as if it was nothing. Meanwhile, across Reed, who you would think could really hold himself, is struggling to open his throat and just chug. He is not a chugger, he's more of a shot guy, if you know what I mean.
I know that oh too well.
All right, Althea, I think it's you and Adrian then.
Keep going.
I mean,
such high rolls for Constitution. I was hoping somebody threw up first round.
Oh my god.
Oh wow.
Do you chug two of them before she gets done? Jesus Christ.
So
wait, Eric, who do you, Eric, since you rolled a nat 20, who's drinking?
Oh, let's go with Carl because this is his thing.
It is my game, my creation. That.
I won't let you drink alone.
And with that, Althea and Adrian clink glasses. Althea hasn't even had time to get it to her lips, and Adrian has already downed it and set the cup down, just like kind of nonchalantly, like, oh, I was going to hold back because I didn't want to make you guys look bad type deal.
Sorry, I was kind of thirsty.
Althea gets it to her lips, takes her first gulp, doesn't even tip it back yet, and can see he's finished and just says, shit.
That's awesome.
Which is probably a good thing because Althea is not a drinker. She's never drank alcohol before for being in the military.
That's awesome.
It's a little different up in the military in the north, I can tell you that much. Go ahead and tell us something about yourself.
I think that was the something, wasn't it?
Oh, was that?
Something.
Oh, okay. Then in that case, I think it would be Grizz and Chamb3r again. Meanwhile, you see the half-orc barmaid bring another round, because Chamb3r has already paid the gold to have her keep them coming. I assume a gold would be enough, G.
A gold will be plenty.
Yeah. All right. Chamb3r will hold it up. Clink to Griswold.
Ooh.
Did you? Oh, you did roll. I didn't see yours there, Evan. Sorry. So this time, Amrook and Grizz clink glasses, and this time, Griswold, not wanting to be shown up, decides he's just going to chug. I don't think I was supposed to go against Griswold, but that's okay. And then Amrook, finishing his, sees that.
Oh yeah, you went up against O'Doon. That's right.
That's all right. Sees that Griswold has finished his and you can see his face turn green as Griswold lets out an enormous belch, and Amrook catches a whiff of it and just hurls.
Onions,
Amrook
onions
is
and
out.
ketchup.
Onions,
Amrook is out thanks to Griswold. So, since I messed that up, we'll allow Warwick to go against O'Doon if you're okay with that.
I'm gonna reach over to Amrook. Are you okay? And I'm gonna expend one. I'm gonna do lay on hands. And put my hand on his back and just. I know he didn't lose a health, but it seems like he's pretty sick. So I'm just gonna light up my hand here and touch his back and be like, Amrook, are you okay? I haven't seen you get that wheezy while drinking before.
I think it was just your belch got to me. I can handle my alcohol, but that burp was awful.
Oh, I'll remember that next time we're playing. I'll have to do that a lot sooner. You need to tell us something, though.
So I guess something I could tell you is I am from Mirabar, and I was a commander in the Mirabar army.
Mm.
With that, we swapped. So Warwick, you're gonna go up against O'Doon.
Okay, let's do this.
I'm gonna strum myself a little.
Constitution.
Oh my God! Yes.
I'm sipping.
So you're both sipping. However, Warwick, what's your Constitution? Because you did a Constitution save, so I'm just curious.
Oh, It says.
It says 0?
I think it's the same.
0 and then 10 below it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's
All
fine.
right.
It's the same, so I'm not going to have you re-roll. But
Yeah.
if you want to roll just a Constitution check, you click on the word Constitution on the left in that little column
On the far
instead of
left.
the saving throws. Yeah, far left.
Yeah, you should have done that.
There you go.
Yeah, you should have done that. But with that,
Actually, so he will get the +1 because of Jack of all trades, so he can get a 6 instead of a 5.
all right, you still get a 6 instead of a 5, and O'Doon gets a 9.
Nat 20, come on.
I'm not going to give it to you because you rolled the wrong thing, but I will allow you to sign somebody a drink since you rolled a nat 20.
You.
Welcome to the world of being the DM.
I'm good with it.
I won't,
All right,
I won't
so
let
with
you drink alone, Carl.
with that, O'Doon and Warwick both clink glasses, and everybody at the table feels like it takes forever to finish it. Like they are just like sipping Mai Tais on the beach. Immediately after, though, they feel that frothiness of the ale and just completely, again, same thing as Amrook, turn that green, that pale, all color coming out of their face, and they just blow chunks.
But both of them do.
Both of you blow chunks, and Amrook says, since you both threw up, why don't you both share something?
Interesting. So, about myself, this usually doesn't happen. I'm usually pretty good at holding my liquor and having a good time. So chalk this up as this will only happen once. Even though it should never happen, but that's fine.
Warwick, was that really a detail about yourself other than being able to usually hold your liquor?
I think it is.
I'm with the big guy here. That was a pretty weak. I mean, I'll let you slide on it if you really want, but the whole point of this game isn't to win or lose. It's not about the pot. It's about building that camaraderie within the team, and you not sharing doesn't help the team. Can I get a persuasion check on that?
Persuasion check.
From Grizz, since Amrook was helping him. I'll give you it with advantage, Grizz. Sorry, I should have specified.
Whoops.
Do I have to roll anything?
19. You said
Okay.
advantage. I
You feel
didn't.
like Warwick, you don't have to, but you feel like you probably should. They've kind of guilted you into it, made a pretty good point. You feel like you should give a little bit more. It's entirely up to you.
Hmm. So I usually find myself going into crowds of people, finding the most talkative people, and I like to try to get as much information from them as possible. But I don't really feel like I'm in the group. You guys are the first group of people where I actually feel like I'm welcome. That's
Aye.
it.
Much better. Thank you, sir. I have a feeling that
thank
you're going to
you.
find yourself at home with this group. I could be wrong, though. What did you have for us, Erdune?
I'm gonna give one here that I can.
Oh, so I won't give him a tally then if you're sharing.
Yeah, I'm gonna give one out. So I held this back over in the den. It's not often I'm with other groups here. Um, as you may or may not know, I have a little bit of celestial in me, deep down in my core. I have the ability on occasion to let that out, and so if you see me suddenly, just sprout luminous, incorporeal wings, I may have the ability to fly for about a minute.
Nice.
As well as sending divine energy in just about all directions and putting some damage out there. So try not to get freaked out. Most people do.
I like it. So he shared that he's an ASMR.
He did.
Yeah, nice. All right, cool. Siddle, I think you and Althea are next.
All right, let's rock and roll.
While they're doing that, I'm going to cast message, and I'm going to point to the barkeep and ask her to bring another round.
She already knows. Amrook actually went over while Grizz was telling his story and paid her for all of it and told her to keep them coming because we were going to do this. So Amrook already set it up, and we're good. But
So what happens when the two mugs hit the table at the same time?
actually, so you both clink glasses, and Althea, since she was kind of showed up last time, she really just musters her confidence and decides to I'm gonna beat him, and she chugs hers and goes to slam hers down, looking across the table to see that Siddle slammed his down at the same time, and you both just barely made the throw up line. So Emrook will say, "Aye, since it was a tie, both of you get to share as well."
I'm just going to chime in and say, I feel like you're making up rules as we go along.
Join the Chamb3r army and you'd know.
And at that, I'll just drink and smile. Nothing.
I'll give him a little wink and drink as well. Since we're both out, we can drink all we want.
Yeah.
As can O'Doon. He's ordering again.
A puke and rally. I like it.
Puke and rally.
So last we have Adrin and Reed.
Reed's just going to take a ball bearing and try to bounce it into Adrin's cup while this is happening. Take a couple more.
All right, go ahead and give me a dex check.
It just hits the table and stays there.
Nope. You definitely bounced two of them in.
Oh my God.
And go ahead, both of you, give me a Constitution check, and you give me a sleight of hand check as well.
What the? That's amazing.
Adrian, what's your passive perception?
17.
Yeah, Adrian definitely sees it as you do it, and then Reed holds his glass up as if Adrian didn't see it.
He's gonna give him a wink.
Amrook will slide a glass over to him instead.
That was a nat 1,
That's Reed.
people.
All right, I like it. Mixed with the nat.
Oh my
20.
God!
Oh my God.
Oh,
So Garrett has to drink, and Eric gets to assign someone, and Reed is also out now. Wow.
Go ahead, Carl.
All right. So with that, Adrin,
now, right?
Adrin, who is a passive person, sees the ball bearings bounce into the cup death stares Reed as if you've never seen him death stare before, picks it up, clinks, and slams it back, even with the ball bearings, and then spits them out of his mouth at Reed. They bounce off the table, fall into Reed's mouth. Reed finishes and just throws up on the table.
Oh, come on, Reed. Ah.
No shots beforehand. My bad.
All right, Reed, what do you have to share? And I'll just mark him. Don't worry about it.
You know what? I got one for Reed as
Oh,
well.
you
As
do?
I'm sitting here
Oh,
thinking
nice,
about
nice,
it, that I can give away comfortably. He's gonna reach back into his bag. He's gonna take a stone and just start flicking it up in the air. Maybe add another magic item to my group at some point, my pack at some point. He's gonna put it right back in.
When he tosses it up, how far away am I sitting from him? Like arm's reach? Like how far?
You can make the call here, man.
Like, am I sitting next to him or like across the table where I couldn't reach over?
Carl, I'm deferring to you here, buddy.
Oh, sorry. What were you trying to do?
When he flicks it up, how far away am I from Reed? Are we across the table? Is he like kind of next to me? Like with an arm's reach?
It's kind of a squarish table. We're all sitting around it, but keep in mind there's 8 of us there. So you're going to try and grab it from him, though, as he's flicking it up?
I'm asking how close I am first. That's the intentions.
I mean, all right, so you would be on the same side as Adrian. I would say you're at least 2 people away, and it's at an angle to you. So 2 people down. So you're sitting here. You have 2 people down and across. That's where he's at.
I'll figure a good 6-7 feet on a normal table. Where lightest maybe 5.
But you got what, like a 3.5 foot reach on your arms, right?
I'm going to take a chance.
You were a basketball player in college, right?
Yeah, I just
played
did this instead.
Right. Dex check, and let's do a face-off. Can you roll Reed for me?
Wait, I'm doing Dex, or am I doing? I'm doing Dex. Just a
Dex
Dex
versus Dex. You're gonna try and out Dex a rogue here. Go ahead.
Yeah, I am.
I like it.
That didn't happen.
Okay. Not only do you go to grab for it and Reed snags it, he then slaps your hand and you pull it back as if you were a scolded child.
Ow.
I had to, you know I had to try, Reed. You know I had to try.
It is. I fully understand, and it's only right that I give it to you back. I'm going to toss him a rock. Not the same rock by any means, just a rock. It's one I pulled out from at the same time.
Grizz, give me another dex save. Give me a dex save.
Wait, is he tossing, like literally throwing it, or just tossing? What the fuck? So I get a +1 to this, FYI. So it's a 21.
Yeah, no, you snag it out of the air, no problem. You're not checking it right now, so you don't know if it's the same rock or not. But you definitely just snag it out of the air as if it was nothing.
Sorry about that, Grizz.
All right. With that, I think
I modified it a little bit to be sleeker.
I'll put it on the table for now.
I think quite a few of us got bumped out that round. So, Cyril and Althea, it's back to you for round 3.
I'm gonna, as we're doing this, I'm gonna pull out another gold piece and just slap it on the table.
I'm screwed.
We are out. You know that,
You
right?
buy it back in?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna try and get us to go another round.
Can you buy back in?
I don't think I'm gonna try and get us to go another round.
Wait, Dune's gonna give you a wink, and he's gonna drop gold on the table as well.
I'm confused. What are you trying to do with adding the gold to the pot?
No. I'm just gonna put it on the table right in front of me. I want to.
You want to play again? You want to play again? Okay. So in this game, there each time through is a round, and that's why I got confused. I thought, okay, so you want to play this game again? I got you.
We're queuing up for the next game.
All right. So Cyril and Althea, go ahead.
We already did.
Oh gosh.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see.
Okay.
Okay, so they clink glasses, and again, Cyril, this scrawny wizard that you would not think could hold his alcohol, just slams it back, puts it on the table. Meanwhile, Althea, she gets halfway through, and you can see just into her cup. She actually throws up into her cup.
Such a waste of beer.
It is. I'm sorry. with that, Althea, I think it's your turn to share.
I gotta say, I'm impressed with Siddle. This man can hold his alcohol.
Right?
I don't remember how old I am, but years and years of research does drinking arm.
Reed's just gonna look at him and he's just staring at Siddle in amazement. He's like, "Thought you were a bit of a tosser wizard, but clearly you can hold your liquor. Siddle, you just went up a few in my book."
What'd you have then, Althea?
I can tell you that I am from Boulder's Gate, and I live in Chamb3r now.
I feel like you already told us you were in the Baldur's Gate army.
Yes, you
Boulder's
did.
in the army. I never said I grew up there. But I live in Chamb3r.
All right. Then it would be Adrian and Griswold.
Well, we know how this is going to go.
Nat 1.
Go ahead, Adrian. Do you want to roll first?
Oh,
my
3 in a
fucking-
row.
Oh my
Oh
god!
my god!
Oh my god!
Dude, you
Can't
better
wait
be
for
rolling
battle.
like this all
I'm-
night.
I'm- got 'em
I
all
know you're
out
going to
now.
give it to me, so I'm going to go ahead and drink now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hold on, is that a White Claw?
No, it is a Southern Tier.
That is my third 20 on this
In a row.
in a row.
However,
You're overdue. The law of averages says that.
I know. What were you at in battle? Nothing but
Here
one.
comes battle.
So they clink glasses and both of them slam it back. In comparison to O'Doon and Warwick's, like this feels like it went by in an instant. They slammed them back, slammed it on the table, relatively close, but Griswold was a hair behind. Grizz, I think he got you there.
As much as I don't want to admit it, I think he did too. I'm not out though. I didn't puke, so.
Oh damn it!
I guess it's my turn now. I guess I did spill my guts right before the game, but I must admit, I know I may have mentioned back in the day that I didn't mind, or may have told someone to eat a tree, but I got to tell you, bark tastes like shit.
That's a pretty weak one. Like,
I feel like
what's your secret here?
I feel like if I had to give a little bit more information, saying that bark tastes like shit really isn't a lot about yourself. Let's go a little deeper here, there, Grizzy.
Oh, that's
I
I agree. I agree.
Are you casting shape water?
No, sorry, I just accidentally clicked it.
Okay.
My bad.
I didn't know
My bad.
what the plan was there. Go ahead, Grizz.
Nope,
Sorry.
I was checking what everybody had while I was getting familiar with them.
So I'm going to I'm going to hold out my large hand and show them my my royal crest.
Again,
Which I
Grizz,
don't-
I think you show us that every time we go into a town.
No,
Give us something here.
No, hold on.
No, that's
I've
his
mentioned-
alliance ring.
No, I've meant the alliance ring. I've mentioned to the DM that my royal crest has been out, but no one has ever asked me about that. Ever.
No one's
Come on,
asked you about it, but we don't have the passive perception of a fly.
DM, have
You technically haven't told them about it before. I mean, I guess you
I'll
gotta
give
tell them
it
a little
to
bit
you.
more than the fact just that you're nobility.
I'll give it to you,
would
but I
say.
think
Yeah.
but Amrit
Yeah,
thinks it's crap.
We'd have to give a fuck first. Siddle says, several beers deep at this point.
So with that, since Griswold lost, he actually then has to do a back-to-back against Siddle.
Okay.
Because we're down to 3, and since you lost, Grizz, you have to go up against Siddle next.
Aye, let's do it. 16.
Oh!
This is round 4, guys. Just FYI.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So with that, Siddle again, like everybody is staring at him right now because he is a skinny little ass, and he is just slamming these back. He must have, like, in college gone on some major benders or something, is what we're all thinking, because he is slamming these back and setting them gently on the table just to show up his opponent Griswold. Meanwhile, Grizz finishing his rather quickly, but you can see it like as he's pouring, it's like dribbling down the sides of his face because he can't quite contain it, and then he slams it down. Think very like confident, and then realizing Siddle has beat him, he just goes directly into sharing.
Damn. Well, that's impressive, little one. I don't know how you're doing this, but my last one was weak. I admit. I must admit, for a while there, I don't know, being the defensive person that I've been so far. I don't know. It was I don't know. I'm just gonna sit in silence for a sec because I'm not sure. Opening up a little bit more about feelings has not necessarily been the strongest suit. Screw it. I will say that for a while there, I feel like that we've this group's been family. The five of us here, and I felt like I was letting you guys down for quite some time for my I don't know, misguided attacks and falling on Adrian, although he may have liked it. I don't know.
I give him a little wink.
But I feel like that I let you guys down for quite a while, and I apologize for that. It's always my intentions to protect and help where I can, but I certainly was not doing a great job at that for quite some time.
At least you realize that.
Yes, it's and I'm going to roll him a ball bearing back and be like, I'm sure you're going to throw this at me later, so here you go, and knowing that I have 9 left, but that's all right.
So keep in mind you have now had 4 rounds, so you guys are pretty drunk at this point. The ones that were out early, not so much, and the ones that threw up, a little less. But you at least Siddle and Grizz have had full 4 tankards of ale, so they are feeling it at this point. As we go into round 5, it would be Grizz. You lost again, so Grizz, you're going to go again against Adrian this time, though. So
I have a
3
question.
back-to-back rounds.
When do
I
they
have a question,
roll with,
DM.
When do they roll with disadvantage?
That comes round 6.
I have a question, DM. So I cannot be. I'm immune to poison, and since I've drank so much, alcohol poisoning. That's got to be a thing.
We actually talked about this. Why are you immune to poison?
It's
is that a Goliath thing?
I know it's a monk thing to be immune to poison. It's a dwarf thing to be resistant to poison. But why are you immune? That's
it's either a.
I think it's the.
Isn't it? I can't remember if it's a Goliath thing.
I think it's a Goliath thing.
Give me 1 sec. I just can't remember.
G, if you're okay, if he has a valid reason, I'm going to say let's go with the advantage on the vomit. So if he rolls below, we'll give him another roll.
I was going to say, you can go about this 2 different ways, and I'll let you make the call. 1, he can make the advantage, or 2, you can let him keep drinking all night until he wins this thing. Since he has immunity, he never throws up, but he gets drunk as fuck, and he is inebriated and hungover tomorrow.
So will he suffer a point of exhaustion tomorrow, having drank that much?
That would be my take. So you can either you can do short term now or long term.
I was just going to
short term saving throw or long term exhaustion, however you want to handle it. I was
going to stick with our original, just to be fair.
Okay, I think that's a good call. Just want to give you options.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Oh, it's divine health because I'm a paladin. The divine magic flowing through your veins makes you. I stand corrected. It is not poison. It is disease. My fault.
Okay.
Do I have poison?
No, you have nothing.
Disease. Alcoholism is a disease.
Yeah, no, alcohol.
The addiction part is the disease. The alcohol is not the disease.
I mean, 6 in one, half a dozen in the other. I mean,
No,
all right.
You get,
What if
you
I
get no
lay? What if I?
advantage.
What if
and
I
you're
lay
going
on
against-
hands? What if I lay on hands and touch my penis?
If it were greater restoration, I would give it to
Then
you.
you are
but
really
it's not.
drunk.
Greater
right.
restoration, I
Tried.
believe, would pull out the poison. However, I'm not going to give it to
Actually,
you. for that.
lesser restoration would work too.
Is that lesser? Okay, my bad.
Oh my
Nonetheless,
God,
if
do
you
I?
had lesser restoration, I would give it to
I
you.
do.
Uh,
I do actually. So,
All right, go ahead and roll it.
do I?
Just
I can just
roll.
cast the spell.
Just cast it, yeah.
Go ahead, cast it. And I'm going to say it probably relieves you about one drink. That's about it.
I didn't cast it yet. I was just curious. Thanks for telling me. What one drink? What?
I mean, you've had back-to-back drinks. You know how like when you're like drinking hard, like it takes a good half hour to an hour, and then all of a sudden it hits you, and that's where you're at right now. You've just had 5 tankards of ale. You're going into your 4, and you're going into your 5th one. So
this is gonna be
you're
bad.
pretty drunk if you want to pull back a tankard, but you're gonna feel it here soon.
Reed's gonna go up and get the next batch of ale. He's ready to go. Now he's still got that gold on the table with Warwick and O'Doon. He's going to get another round.
Hey,
All right,
regardless of if I lose this one, as soon as I am done drinking this one, I am going to cast lesser restoration on myself.
Adrian, would you like to roll your next nat 20?
Oh, who am I going up against?
You're
Me.
against Grizz since he lost to Siddle. He's 3 rounds in a row now. He's gonna feel it.
All right,
All right.
Oh my
so
God.
you clink glasses. Griswold this time looks pretty much the exact same as last time. He's drinking. It's dribbling down his chin, and he slams it down on the table. Adrian,
Okay, Grizz. There's three of you.
Exactly. So, Adrian drinks his, realizes he's lost. He says there's 3 of you, and the 3 of you like shifting in his vision actually makes him vomit.
Adrian's gone.
Oh,
Don't forget to share after you wipe your mouth.
oh, sorry. Ale's usually not my thing. I'm more of the herb type.
It's herb patch here. I'd like to try it.
That's awesome. Awesome.
Let's see. I have some family in Silvery Moon. I have
he is drunk.
I have a half twin brother and sister that live there also.
Half brother and sister, so that's
They're
triplets?
twins. They're twins.
Oh, okay. They are your half siblings, and they are twins. Got it.
Yeah.
That one confused me. I was like, "Am I drunk?"
They're asleep.
All right, I like it. So then it's down to 2. It's down to 2. Grizz, 4 back-to-back drinks. I don't envy you in the morning.
Reed's not at the table. He's up at the bar. A little ways off in the distance. He is going to cast Shape of Water on Griswold's drink, and he's going to have, as he's drinking, he's going to move all the alcohol to the outside and the bottom, so that as he's about half done, nothing comes out of the mug.
So technically, would Grizz win though, since nothing is in the mug?
But when he
Grizz?
puts it down, it still looks half filled.
Grizz, go ahead and roll.
Did we see him cast passive perception?
He's at the bar.
No, he's
up at
all
the
the way
bar.
over there. It's not that he was around us that it would be passive. It's not in your peripheral. You would have to actually be actively trying to perceive.
21.
Ooh.
The big guy beat me. Big guy beat me.
You see, both of them clink glasses, and Griswold seems like he's taking forever. He's just holding this here, and like he can't figure out why he can't drink, but he can't drink. Meanwhile, Siddle over there goes to chug his, and then before he even puts it back down on the table, just vomits in his lap. Grizz, even though you look like you're having trouble there, I think you won, and Amrook will push the gold from him. So if everybody wants to, in their personal packs, subtract 1 gold, and Grizz, you get 8 gold because you get yours back. So you can either
FYI,
subtract
it's already been
yours.
done.
Oh, okay.
It's already
nice.
been done for O'Doon and Reed. Reed's gonna come back to the table, put down, more ale, and say, Grizz, I was behind you the whole time. I knew you'd win it.
Did
I'm
you
gonna go ahead and
cast?
cast.
Yeah.
So I cast Luster Restoration before the last round. I'm gonna go ahead and use my last second level spell slot and cast it again on myself.
All right. So you've effectively removed 2 drinks. So DM, when you get back, I'll let you decide. He has had 4 drinks solid within half an hour.
Keep going.
So everybody has gold down on the table. They want to play again. DM, I don't know if you want to get on with the show or if you want to do another session of this. I'll leave
I'm
that.
good with another session. Warwick dropped it down. Reed and O'Doon are in.
So Siddle has to tell us something about himself.
I just marked it down. He has actually 3 somethings to tell us about himself once he figures it out.
I don't know shit. I don't know anything you guys don't know right now.
I am going to. I'm kind of swaying back and forth. I am going to say, I'm. I can't drink anymore.
I'm just gonna go take a nap.
Adrian's already passed out in the booth beside us. He just went and laid down after he threw
Like,
up.
he was really good at those first 3 drinks, but then they hit him like that, and now he's just like,
Exactly.
Althea is going up to meditate. She's done.
All right,
So
so it
someone's
sounds
going
like we're not going to do the session tonight. So Amrook will say, "Hold on to your gold. We can do this again another night."
yeah, there'll be more taverns.
That's what I figured.
All
I'm
right.
good with holding back, but good game, guys. With that, do we want to
It was
take a
fun.
quick bio break?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, and think about it. After this, I think it'll be a long rest. So if there's anything you want to do during the long rest, during or after the bio break, be prepared to do so.
All right. We are now on. Be right back. 2.
I'm 1 or
2.5.
Where's
1
the
and 1.75.
Where's the 0? Where
Zero?
are we live? Like,
One of these days, we're
0.15.
gonna get it. We're gonna
how
get
does
it.
this work?
Are we?
All right,
Cora,
I'm
we
ready. Go
live.
ahead and give me the countdown.
All right.
Going
All right,
live in 3, 2.
Oh wait, we're already live.
Yeah, I thought we were already live.
I'm seeing that
Wait, so
everyone's
did you go live?
Are we live?
Keep like psyching me out here.
like scattered out, going to bed. Before I go to bed, I'm gonna go back up to the barkeep, knowing the information that I know from the original group that I talked to, that there's treasure buried or scattered around. Where are we at again? Bellyard. I'm gonna go back up to the barkeep because I'm assuming that she's been there for a long time.
Yeah, she
And
looks like she's fairly weathered. She knows her way around.
I'm just gonna.
Hey, she's a nice lady.
I'm just gonna toss her another gold coin and ask her. I've heard that there's buried treasure around Billiard. Do you know? Can you provide any more details about treasure around these areas near here?
It's this lovely half-work woman that's up there. Just cleaning some glasses.
I like the teeth.
You think you're the first one that's come up and asked for some information about treasure? But you might be the cutest. She's gonna give you a little wink.
I'll wink back at her. I'll wink back at her.
So, what kind of treasure are you after?
That ass. Sorry.
Is Griswold still down in the?
No.
Is that Griswold back there?
No, that was
In his
that was
drunken
Evan.
state.
That was Evan. Get him, Warwick. You
Griswold
got this.
just hammered, just thinks he's being very sly back there, but meanwhile, this massive Goliath in the middle of the entire bar. Just...
Up on the table, just fucking. I'm just looking for, I'm interested in gold, silver, or any type of magical instruments, weapons of that sort.
She's just gonna think a little bit. A lot of guys say things when they come through here. None of them very specific, but when they get drunk and they talk a lot. I think your best luck is down in the Chamb3r Hills. If anything, there's various cave systems through there. There's probably things hidden all through. Couldn't tell you about any exact locations. They don't talk that much. They like to think they're mysterious. But I would say if you head a little southwest of town, that's probably your best odds, but I can't tell you much about what to look for.
Well, I appreciate the information. Here's a gold coin for your information. And for now, I'm going to head off to bed. But if you find yourself, off work, not having anything to do, come visit me up in my room.
You are sharing a room with 2 other people, by the way. We only paid for 3 rooms.
And which 2 are you sharing?
I think we had talked about my Amrook, Adrin, and Griswold in one room because Adrin and Amrook were both just going to take the floor and give Griswold the bed.
Okay, and then who's with Warwick?
Let's just go read No Dune since they're not here, which is totally fine.
Assumed O'Doon would bunk with him, and Reed I could definitely see.
Yeah, so I'll just tell I'll just slowly walk off and do my thing.
And
That's
do
it.
a little shake your ass as you go, just to entice this half orc. I love it that our half elf bard wizard is hitting up a half orc. He's like, I'm not a paladin, but I can lay on hands for you, baby.
Damn.
I love it. Yeah, wow. That's it for me. I'm gonna walk up to my room. Maybe as she can still see me, I'm gonna walk a little sexy, shake my ass a little bit, and just walk up to the room. And I'm gonna end my night.
All right.
On a scale of 1 to obliterated, how drunk is Griswold?
Griswold is
scale of 1 to obliterated.
I've cast Lesser Restoration twice on myself. But just by the way,
No more so than
Would you
Citadel
have
at this
five
point, though.
drinks?
so I had that. That would mean technically, like if we're reducing it by one drink, I had 4, right?
You had 6 total because we went 6 rounds, and you reduced it by. Didn't you
2.
cast it twice? So yeah, you'd
Yeah.
be down to 4.
4.
But 4 in
right.
like a 40-minute span. So you were drinking at least 1 drink per 10 minutes, and these were giant size mugs. So it's not that you have any advantage there.
Let me put it this way: I would recommend you do not go to battle right now before you go to bed.
You are
Yeah.
drunk enough to proposition the barmaid to say, "Are you a gelatinous cube? Because I could see myself inside you."
I don't even know if Griswold can say gelatinous right now. He might say
That's what you thought, but it didn't come out that way.
Oh, okay, got it.
Is that a Carl original, or is that from the?
No, that
From
was
a
Ginny
recent
D.
video.
I can't take
was gonna
credit
say,
for
is
that.
that a
That
Ginny
was
D?
Ginny D. The other one, the lay
All
on
right.
hands, was just on the spot, but that one was Ginny D for sure.
Listen, I'm gonna give a shout out right now to Ginny D. She's been
for sure.
She's been fantastic. I've been ripping through the videos. That is awesome. That is gold.
I definitely liked her 100 vicious mockery insults. Like,
Oh yeah, those
Oh, I
are
don't watch
beautiful.
Oh my god!
if you're playing
I'm
a
gonna-
bard, go watch 100. Go watch her 100 vicious mockery insults. That way, when you actually cast it, you have the insult ready because she does an awesome job.
I have
Awesome.
Shield of Vicious Mockery. I'm definitely going to attune and then throw some shade as Griswold. Like you're gonna see this dumb Goliath like hold up his shield and just start spitting fire at people.
I'm also gonna say the lyrics to Melee Range were spot on. They were witty. They were creative. That was beautiful.
I didn't quite get through it. I started it,
No?
but I was in double speed, so it wasn't hitting me right. I'll have to go
Ooh,
watch it.
yeah, don't. Watch it in regular speed. It's solid. It's witty. Witty. It's good. She does a heck of a job on that.
Would you allow me to use Stone's Endurance, which allows me to reduce damage dealt to like reduce the drunkenness that I have right now?
It's not damage.
Oh, it's internal damage. Yes, yeah, it's internal damage.
I'll allow it. After the fact, I'll allow it. It's damage to the body. You know, it's reduced artery size, constrictions there. It's dehydration. That's all damage taken. I'll allow it.
It's a D12 plus 2, so that's 11 points. So where does that get me?
You're buzzed.
I'm buzzed.
You're lightly buzzed. Yeah, you're buzzed.
Griswold's gonna walk back upstairs. Do I see Adrian and is Adrian still passed out on the chair?
Yeah.
Emrook helped Adrin up. They went up to the room.
Adrian's down for the count. He was a champ.
He was like, he was slamming them down. I thought he was gonna win. I'll be honest.
Dude, I was impressed.
Reed gained a whole new respect for Citadel and Adrian.
3 freaking nat 20s in a row. I mean, God, that was awesome.
Just remember those when we go into the next battle.
I
Yeah,
know.
I'm scared. Grizz is actually going to step outside for a second.
All right. So he steps outside, and it's pretty late at night at this point. There's really no one else outside. Kind of looking around, you see one person across there smoking some tobacco. But that's about it. They're off in the distance a little bit next to a building somewhere further downtown. But you're on your own at this
Make
point.
him away.
Griswold's going to go to.
Bless you.
He's. Are there any like around the tavern? Are there any like just trees around the tavern or anything that just provides? I know it's nighttime, but just like just kind of off by itself a little bit, not too far around, but like around the front of the tavern.
Yeah, so as mentioned, Belliard's just a small little trading town. And the tavern itself, I mean, so it's not much larger than Chamb3r, in fact.
Okay.
And so each road's kind of a single depth. So if you went behind the tavern, it's pretty much woods back there. And actually, Belliard's known for its inclusiveness of nature. So there's a lot of trees around town as well. They've maintained the natural aspect. So you can either really get into exclusion and go behind the tavern, or at different points around town, they're trees within town.
I'm just gonna pick the nearest tree around the tavern, kind of open, and I'm gonna kneel down. I'm gonna touch my holy symbol, and Griswold's gonna start praying to Gabriel.
Say so. Touch his penis.
I thought
you
about
wanted
it.
That whole
protein.
thing just sounded
I-
very erotic.
It was all depending on how
That's the way he
drunk
prays.
I was.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Yeah, Bobby, I'll touch your holy symbol.
Ooh, please and thank you. I'll remember where Siddle's room is for later. So Griswold's gonna kneel down. He's gonna touch his holy symbol, and he's gonna start praying to Gabriel, and he's gonna
I
say,
really thought you were looking for protein.
"Oh, some bark. That might come here in a
Go eat
minute."
a tree. Are there any trees around?
Let me rip this one out and just gnaw on it like a corn on the cob.
All right, so you pray to Gabriel.
Gabriel, it seems like we may have stumbled our way upon the Father and the Wanderer here, but I must admit while excited, if that's the best word, I'm concerned. If this is my Wanderer, if this is my Father and the Wanderer, and fissures are still arising, it could be that the power of this Wanderer, whatever he's whatever he's hiding, is extreme. I've come to consider this group as a family, and I felt like I've let them down in previous battles. I've been humbled by that. I'm concerned. My main mission is to stop this evil, this Wanderer, whatever he's hiding. But I fear if I lead this team into that battle, that it will be of all of our demise. I need guidance on what to do. Is this something that I should take alone? Is this something that we should take the chances with the group? I'm willing to take this on myself regardless of the outcome of that. It is my main quest, but to bring these people along with it, considering what we've already been through, I don't know if I can take chances at their lives. I need some guidance.
Momentarily, you don't hear anything. It's quiet. The wind sweeps through the valley as it's near a lake. You get a nice breeze that comes through. You hear the rustle of the trees. You hear a cough off in the distance, probably from the guy smoking the tobacco outside. You hear the chatter still from the inside of the inn, in very minor levels. It's pretty quiet in there. Before you do hear a response, back in your head, you feel like you're the only one that can hear it. It almost resonates within your own mind. You hear evil exists in many forms, and there are multiple sources out there. You are on a path. It's up to you which direction you take. But evil must be smite at all cost. The question is, which evil must be focused on first?
What a politician.
Gabriel's just trying to please. He still has to have votes too.
Say a lot of words of nothing.
I'm gonna sit back and in silence for a second, and
Take your time.
I'm gonna sit back in silence, thinking about it, considering that there's many paths that we can be on at this point. Knowing that we have the giants, we certainly have the potential of the Wanderer here. It sounds like as long as I'm battling evil at this point, considering that these avenues are both pretty extreme, that Gabriel is accepting of that either way, and maybe reading between the lines, maybe somehow they are connected. Again, I don't know if that's the case or not. So I'm going to pray to Gabriel and say, in either case, I know that either avenue here is going to lead us into great harm or great evil, and presence of great evil. And it sounds like as long as I'm continuing on the path that you have so graciously bestowed upon me, that will be your bidding, and you are accepting of that. Can you give me any guidance? Are these connected? I mean, of course I want to find my father, but destroying this evil is of the greatest importance. Is there any connection, any kind of direction that you can, anything that you could give me that would help me choose where to go?
Once again, all is quiet within the
Didn't
the
like your
town.
answer. Can you give me another one?
Please try
Oh.
again.
Oh, Magic 8 Ball.
I'm gonna I'll just start rubbing my shield. I'm just kidding. I'm not rubbing it like that. I'm not like
he's laying
not
on
like Buddha.
hands. He's off in the distance. No one's around. He's laying on hands pretty ferociously. He's still a little buzzed. Once again, the night is quiet. The rustling of the trees, the distant sounds of the tavern, glasses clinking, people chattering and laughing. Before a response hits you, the path you've been granted is required to be walked, as you may not yet be strong enough to face what you need to face. I cannot tell you which evil is more imminent, though one certainly has the potential to be more destructive. Only you can choose what the right path is. But I recommend you are stronger as a group than alone.
Don't split the party.
5 doors, anyone? What do we got
Doors
here?
at once. 5 towns at once.
All right, so I'm going this way, and everyone else is just spanning out to find people. All right, gotcha. I'll touch my symbol again. Still
your
kneeling.
symbol, okay.
Yeah, did I say penis or sim? I can't remember what I said at this point.
Are they
Yeah, that's the question.
Same thing.
I'm gonna touch myself or my shield, and I believe I know what I must do now. As always, thank you for the guidance. Thank you for the guidance, Gabriel. I won't let you down. And then I'm just gonna sit there peacefully for a couple of minutes and collect my thoughts, or play with myself on the other end of the tree. They might
As you
both do
do
the same
so,
thing.
you feel a sense of inspiration just into your core.
I haven't heard that in a while.
Well, that's what happens whenever you get married.
Well, shit. Yay.
You have inspiration for your next battle.
All right, cool beans. So I feel a little tingle in my bangle. Got it. Okay.
Oh my.
However you want to interpret it.
I just, I'm just thinking about if I were like a spellcaster that were like shooting things, where I just want to do a thrust and just like a fireball comes out of my crotch. That's how I would want that to happen.
Get that checked out.
I'm not sure that's how that works, but all right.
That would be awesome. And I'm at that note, I'm going to stand up and walk back in the tavern and go up to bed. And Frank is going to follow me.
Did he watch you touch yourself?
He turned around while this was happening.
Okay. Anything else anybody wants to get in before the long rest?
Yeah. So as Grizz comes back to the room, do I wake up, I assume?
Yeah, you're still lucid enough that you wake up as he enters. Plus, he's certainly not stealthy.
Grizz, is that you?
Yeah. Yes. Did I wake you? I'm sorry. This armor.
You kicked me in the side, but that's okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you want me to touch you?
Maybe tomorrow night? Question mark. Adrian and I, we're on the floor. The bed is yours. But before you fall asleep, I just wanted to have a chat with you about Gabriel.
Okay.
So you pray to him?
Yes, I do.
No, we didn't hear any of that. He went off on his own, right?
You did, yeah. You didn't hear any of that unless you wanted to follow.
No. I helped Adrian up to the room. So you told a story about your father and your father's father and how Gabriel is kind of, the deity of all of your family. So have you ever looked into other deities?
I haven't. Gabriel has guided my family for as long that I know. So I haven't.
Do you know what he is the god of or anything?
He's in.
You can look it up. You don't have to. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I just assumed that part of your backstory you had it, but sorry.
No, hold on. I just want to check one thing. Give me 1 second.
He's the god of magic item lovers.
See Warwick's god too.
That one. Gabriel isn't this. I wouldn't say that he is the god of one thing. Gabriel's quest has always been to create balance, rid the land of evils trying to take over and shift the scales so that evil can win. He's powerful.
Win. He wants evil to win.
No, wait, did I say that wrong?
Yep.
You're still a little buzzed.
Sorry. Oh no, he does. Sorry,
you're still drunk, aren't you?
Slightly. That was I touched myself, and I healed myself, and I thought that I'm foggy. Yes, but no, he doesn't want evil to win. He wants to keep balance so evil doesn't take over. That's why he's bestowed upon my family generation after generation this oath. The rights of the paladins to try to help maintain the balance in the Force. May the 4th is coming up, so I had to throw that pun in there.
Oh man, Mickey Mouse is going to show up in your fucking basement now. Just invoked Star Wars.
Oh shit.
I mean, Disney, not a sponsor yet.
Thanks.
I don't know if you heard, but a couple nights ago I talked to Adrian about his Oaken father, and now with your story that you shared, I now know you serve Gabriel, and I was just, at some point maybe you could teach me a little bit more.
Yes, I certainly can teach you what I can. Gabriel provides guidance. He not necessarily.
I said at some point. Let's go to bed.
Okay. I'm still a little.
At this point, you see Adrian stir, and he kind of looks at you guys, and you can tell he's like in a fog somewhere, and he drunkenly shape changes into a black bear.
Do we see this?
Yeah, you see this,
okay.
And you see him like kind of get up, do like the little circle, and he just flops on the floor, and you just hear.
Nice. He went into hibernation, I'm pretty sure. We should probably go to sleep as well.
He seems really warm. Do you think I should cuddle with him?
If you want to cuddle with a bear, I could leave you two alone, but I wouldn't suggest it.
That's probably bad. I'm gonna go to bed. And Griswold's just gonna like right into the bed and actually Griswold Griswold's just gonna fall armor on and just right into the bed.
Okay.
I mean, he is
right.
buzzed. He's not totally screwed. He is buzzed.
So he's into bed. He's not cuddling with the black bear, right?
No.
Just making sure.
I was worried about that, so thought about it. Frank gave
That's how
me
he goes to
some
bed.
like.
That's not how he wakes up. When he wakes up, him and the black bear, fully big spoon, little spoon.
Griswold's the little spoon, right?
Exactly.
Oh yeah,
Frank's
Griswold is
just
definitely
staring
little
at
spoon.
me.
Frank is
Frank's-
baby spoon. He's in there too.
It's all
Ooh.
three. It's a train.
Griswold has the tiger black bear sandwich going on.
I like to
I'm pretty
think that
good.
the camera pans and it starts at the black bear, goes to the left, sees Griswold, then goes farther to the left and sees the tiger, and then zooms out, and Amrook's actually the big spoon.
Yes, please.
I'm game for that.
Yes, please.
That was it for me.
And that's
I
how-
just won.
Yeah.
BRB.
All right,
What is that? I don't think Griswold
right
knows what
back.
BRB means. Griswold doesn't know what BRB means.
Burb. It's black
Burb,
bear, really
Really
oh, that's
big.
rusty. Black bear, really big.
Got it. Okay. All right. Yeah, that works. Okay.
So the other room
Uh,
is O'Doon, Reed, and Warwick, and then Siddle, Althea get a room to themselves.
Sure, if they want it.
I mean, he's just going to read and she's going to meditate, let's be honest. I think that's the safest.
Well, that's what I thought until Reed started, until Siddle started putting him away. So I don't know what he does in his spare time now. All right. So everyone, go ahead and take a long rest. Reset your spells. If you have them, change out your spells. Whatever you need to do.
Yeah, do I want to?
Make sure the long rest button works. Now that I've added it to everybody.
can't
We
do
don't
it
have,
until we can get a click on our character.
Yeah, we don't have a character.
Oh! Let me move you back, just temporarily and make it easy. I figured I'd give you the map short term.
For sure.
I think I'm good there. That's one concentration. That's concentration. That concentration. That's concentration. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, cool. That worked. Beautiful.
Oh. 2.
Long rest at.
Bottom left.
If you click on your icon, it should be either top left or bottom left. You should see new buttons pop up. You should also see initiative, whisper, DM. Do you see those buttons pop up if you click on your icon?
So click on my icon and then.
Should say initiative, long rest, and whisper DM, right?
Cool.
There you go.
Cool. And there's some shortcut macros that I programmed in there to make everybody's life easier. Keegan, did you also get my note about the? You get my note.
Yep.
Okay. Good.
Yeah,
I do got
Don't
that.
worry about it.
Althea, good. Reed, good. Okay. You got the inner circles now. Awesome. All right, you guys awake a little bit worse for wear. Everyone's not hungover, but you certainly feel it was a rougher night than most on multiple fronts. You've spent 4 days just battling. Your bodies are a little bit worn and torn. You've spent a night of pretty heavy drinking. This is the first night you've really spent in a good inn of any sort. You guys are just feeling it. You're not on the top of your game. But everyone kind of stumbles down approximately around the same time into the base of the tavern. The smell of bacon kind of wafts up, gives everybody unpleasant thoughts as well as horrible reminders of where you've just been. The smell of bacon now reminiscent of your battle within the den of the hill giants. And everyone starts to meander downstairs, a little worse for wear at the same time. You guys all kind of end up at the same table you started at the night before. Breakfast starting to come over in front of you. Different bartender up there now. Now it looks like she looks mostly human with some hints of elven in her. She's a younger girl. I wouldn't say she's pretty, but she would make a suitable birch tree replacement from what you can tell. Pretty pale, pretty scrawny as well. So it's tough to tell the difference, but pleasant nonetheless. She gives
Griswold's
you a nice
hungry for
smile as she
trees.
drops off.
Sorry.
I was gonna make a joke about Griswold
That's
thinking
a-
it's a snack though.
Mhm.
You got way too excited about that, Grizz. But yeah, pleasant young girl, and she's just bringing over various forms of platters of
Something about meat.
bacon, so some eggs and other meats and breads, dropping on your table. You guys have been pretty well paying. Those gold that you were throwing around last night certainly helped. You guys all kind of make it to the table at the same time. What do you want to do?
Is there anywhere in town to acquire some potions?
It's a pretty small town. There's not a lot going on. I think it's very Tribor-esque. If you're looking for potions,
If not, that's okay. I can wait till Yartar. I just figured I'd check while we're in town.
no. Let's see. There's a general store. There's the tavern and inn that you're in. There's a farmer's market, a bookstore, an armory. Yeah, not really a potion location. This probably isn't your best bet for that.
Okay.
What kind of potion are you looking for?
I was just looking to replace some health potions that we used in Grudhog.
Can
Some health
make-
potions. Yeah,
I can make health. I have ingredients to make a health potion, but it takes a day to do it.
Yeah, that's my only issue is I didn't want to waste the day to do it because I knew we were going to travel. So
Yeah, so
no worries.
I'm hoping maybe once we get to Yartar or Tribor to set up something there where I can have I can start the potion and have somebody do whatever.
I was thinking about suggesting the same thing, and maybe we can convince the local. Either I can't remember if it was Tribor or Yartar in which they had the apothecary.
The Tribor, yeah.
Apothecary that we could set up a deal with them to make
Yeah.
some fire giant potions.
Yeah, that's what I was actually thinking too.
Yeah, and if you recall, it was Tribor, and the apothecary did burn down. Although Adrin did manage to save the apothecary himself before the place burned down, so the facility's no longer there. But at this point, you're a week and a half removed from. Actually, you're well beyond that.
Yeah, and we donated gold to the town for
Yeah, you
rebuilding
donated gold to the
purposes, so-
town. You traveled. You're 3 weeks removed from that. So there's the beginnings of some alternate setups there.
No worries. We can look in both places. I think I'd feel a little bit more comfortable doing it in Tribor, but if we don't get there, we don't get there.
And if you follow the roads, you pass through it no matter what. I'm going to put you guys back on the map just so you have it for reference.
We do need to find a couple horses though.
Yeah, you're a few horses short.
Okay, because we're a couple short. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
We're 3 horses short of a full load.
Yeah, you are.
I mean, we could just take turns. It's not going to speed us up that much, will it?
Oh yeah, it would.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
we have to go through. We have a decent way to go to Yartar.
Yeah.
Is there a stable in town? I'll ask the current barmaid as she drops off some eggs and...
Stable. It's a small town. I wouldn't call it a formal stable. I would say Agrippa's Armory also has some horses. Does that help?
Yes, thank you very much. And I'll flip her a silver. Let me take that off my journal.
Did you want something? What can I bring you?
No, that was for the information. We appreciate it and just wanted to reward.
Silver? Just for information?
Well, if
Is
you
there
happen
any
to
other
have
information you need?
Well, maybe not right now. Just keep us in mind if we ever travel back this way. I believe the gentleman over there was looking to hear some news about some treasure, possibly in the... Oh, I didn't hear him say that, but he was looking for information about treasure previously. If you hear anything, maybe you could tell us next time we come back into town.
I'll keep my ears open. Stop by next time. I'll have something for you.
Thank you, lass.
She's gonna scuttle off real quick. You can see her just admiring the silver piece.
That just was a year's pay for her.
It really was. You guys toss out gold and silver like it's nothing.
You know, I figure we're making friends. We are building the people behind us, and we're leaving the town better. You know what I mean? So.
I just say that you guys have built a nice network of people that you've thrown gold, silver, and negotiation with.
Yeah.
I was building the picture the other day, and I was like, wow, you guys have left yourselves a nice network per se.
That's kind of the idea, and I did tell her next time the Phandalin Phive comes into town.
Okay, you're throwing out the Phandalin Phive.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure. That Whisper campaign is every town we go in.
Straight up.
I want the Giants to finally hear about us right before we get there.
Just throw out a performance check for me. Actually, whatever your preferred charisma is.
I don't think
I'll
have
give you
one,
that.
Let's be honest.
I'm just making sure.
Performance, I'm good with that. Oh, I gotta take that off. Sorry.
No, it doesn't matter. 19.
Okay.
Jesus.
What'd you say her name was, by the way?
You didn't get her name actually.
Oh,
you didn't
damn
ask
it.
whenever you were
Should've
passing
asked.
by.
My fault. Well,
Yeah.
we would recognize her if we came back, right?
You would. Yeah, and she's still floating around if you're interested. But yeah, you would certainly recognize her.
All right, I'm good with that.
Cool.
Okay. And if you need, she's cleaning some tables nearby, so you can certainly ask if you wanted to. She's still kind of holding that silver piece, like she's not 100% sure that it's hers, so she's keeping it tight next to her in her pocket.
No, I'm
So
good.
should we make our way over to this see if we can pick up stable area, see if we can pick up a couple of horses and try to make our way to Yartar as quickly as possible?
Should we take a vote first on which path we are taking?
What we're doing.
Well, regardless, we can talk on the way because we do have to go west and then go north no matter what. So
All right, I'm good with the waiting on the vote. As I said
Unless for
before,
some reason-
Well, I guess you could
Unless-
head south if you
South,
if you're
yeah.
going to Womford, you're heading straight south.
yeah, if we wanted to go south,
Well,
why do we want to
Womford,
go to Womford?
that's where the
Yeah.
Fishers were, but we had heard from that group that the two travelers might be heading up north to Neverwinter or somewhere
Yeah.
around that area.
And now remember, they left a few weeks ago. That came up a few weeks ago that they'd heard that. So they're well gone.
So yeah, they wouldn't be in Womford, but we think they're towards Neverwinter, but we don't know for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm.
So the
so
Neverwinter's
just as-
kind of a gamble.
yeah,
to summarize,
that was going to be.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
I was
No,
gonna say,
go
just-
ahead.
just to
I'll
summarize
give my
that,
thoughts.
The travelers came from. They were talking about near Womford, Womford Goldenfield area is where the fissure opened up a few weeks, and then they came up to Belliard. That was a few weeks ago that they passed by, and since then they left and they were heading towards the Neverwinter area. So those were the gentlemen that just told the rumor. So this is all happened somewhere 2 to 4 weeks in the past.
So maybe they came through Tribor while we were gone.
Is where they dumped the rod? Is that from Stonebridge all the way to Yartar? Is that a river?
It is. Yep.
Wait,
You guys
could-
followed the river south. Remember, once you were following along the river where the fire giants were. You made your way up a little bit from the river, and that's where you found the rod dump.
Well,
It was probably a quarter to a half mile off the river, a little tributary. Hold on one second. I lost Eric. I'm gonna read.
Yeah, my Discord.
Going, I'll be right back.
I was just wondering if maybe we should check on that place that they were dumping the rods. That would lead us up towards Yartar.
That's a good suggestion. Yeah.
Since
Wouldn't be a
we
bad
all
idea.
we all want to go to Yartar, we could head up that way through there. Although I'm not sure how much good the horses will do us through the hills.
This will be pretty effective. It was light rolling hills, pretty open from your recollection.
Okay. All right, let's go to the stable then.
Let's do it.
I have Frank's with me, so I'm good to go on that one.
You're bringing Frank, huh?
All
right. Just confirming. All right, so you guys head over to the stables. You see Agrippa's armory. So it's not actually an official stable. You see, it's actually a very small store for light and medium armor, primarily for humanoids, but you also see some stuff for creatures, common and exotic. It's nothing special. It's mostly just light armor of various patterns, different intricate scroll work. But you do see in the back that you wouldn't call it a pasture per se, but you do see about 8 to 10 horses kind of floating around this fenced-in area in the back. So it appears to be a very small horse farm.
As we get close and I see this, I'll kind of walk up close to either O'Doon or Warwick and say, hey, it might be a good idea for you guys to do some negotiating for us. See if we can get a lower price for the horses.
We only need 3, right? Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
I'm gonna look at Frank and just telepathically tell him, Frank, we should probably stay out front here, away from the horses, so as to not scare them away. So I'll look at the group and say, but Frank and I are gonna stay out over this way. Don't want to cause any trouble.
Griswold did your negotiating.
I wanted to.
That's why I walked over and specified that I want the charisma characters to do the negotiating.
But while you're in there, if you could find some magic items for me, that would be great.
So
just kidding.
I actually was going to do that before I step into the store. I am going to cast detect magic.
Nice.
Okay.
Yes.
And I'm specifically looking through the any type of hide armor that he might have and or shields.
Hide armor and shields. Okay. The first thing that catches your mind catches your notice is Griswold's shield that he has on him. You certainly detect some auras of magic coming off of that. Besides that, the group's pretty light. As far as in this particular inn, it actually seems relatively barren of magic items, surprisingly, compared to what you usually detect. Pretty simple shop. You don't see much. One item does catch your eye. That there is some magical aura coming off from the inside. You can't quite tell what it is. Seems to be some school of evocation, if you could tell.
Yeah, that would.
But you can't tell much about it.
I can't tell. I can't see it from an item, or it's behind a counter or something like that, or
sorry, I guess I'm picturing you guys still outside. You haven't gone in yet, but if you head in.
Going inside.
Yeah, so I guess you're continuously casting this. So as you guys head in, it's a simple shop. There's a few pieces of armor on some mannequins off in the distance. There's a few hanging up on the wall, but there's really not a lot in this shop. It's actually pretty barren. There's only about 10 pieces of armor set out, a few shields hanging on the wall. Most of them are pretty simple. They really put a lot of effort on the decoration rather than the effectiveness. In fact, looking at it, you probably wouldn't use most of these shields in battle anyways. They're pretty weak for the most part. But this detection you're having is from the back. You can't see it. It's tucked away actually in the back of the shop behind a closed door that you can't see. And that's where you sense the evocation. You sense that it is some form of shield, but that's all you can detect.
Amrook is going in with them, and Keegan, you weren't there, but Amrook walked over to Warwick as they were walking over to this stable and suggested that maybe, since he was a little bit more charismatic, he should do the negotiating, see if he can get us a lower price for the horses.
I'm going to respond to that by saying I'm more than willing to do that. However, we do need to have a conversation about the gold pieces or the currency that was split among the group earlier. To which
I tell you what, I'll pay for these horses for you. Since you and O'Doon will be using them, the 3 new members, we're buying the horses for you. Got no problem.
No, I'm not really. I appreciate that offer. I'm more concerned with the longevity of the actual group itself and making sure that I'm traveling with the team and helping the team, that I'm treated as part of the team.
If you're going to commit, we split the pot fairly. We've split the pot fairly so far, and anything new, we would split the pot for you.
Now that counts.
So Keegan, I think, and you guys can correct me on this, but I think kind of in game we already had that gold split up. Like we didn't split gold up in front of you guys.
Yeah. Because that didn't count towards the 3 new characters. I just wanted to make sure that.
But you didn't see us actually split it up, so you don't know what we have. You don't like that's. Yeah. We did that out of game.
Out of game, yeah.
But I did see that. But I do know that the group.
I do know that Amrook, people have been reaching into their pockets and paying for stuff. That's pretty much all you know. You don't know how much we have unless you've secretly searched us or anything else.
But I don't know that we got, because I know that O'Doon and I got loot from Grud Hall, right?
Whenever we were in GA, we split it fair. Yeah. Whatever we got from Grudhog that last time, which we didn't get anything from Grudhog the first couple times, so whatever we got from Grudhog, we split with you guys. We didn't get anything really from Grudhog gold-wise.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because we didn't ransack the place.
All right. Well,
yeah, you guys did get.
I think the only stuff that we got, you and O'Doon pocketed, and we didn't see you.
Yeah.
You guys did get 1,100 copper pieces and 800 silver pieces.
And I'm pretty sure O'Doon and Warwick were like, let's steal it and split the pot.
Mm-hmm.
And O'Doon and Warwick, if you guys got that, yes, the gold pieces did go to Reed. So those are yet unclaimed then from the sounds of it, the 1,100 and 800.
So that was split between us. So 1,100. So that's what, 55.
1,100 copper pieces. So 550 copper pieces, and then.
So as you're asking
800, 800 silver.
As you're asking
800 silver pieces, so 400 piece.
Griswold's just like, whatever we come over treasure-wise, if you're part of the group, you get your fair share.
Oh, then I'm totally fine with it. All right, so I will walk in with the group.
And then
he doesn't feel bad whatsoever.
He does not. He pocketed all of the copper and silver, and he tried to get more out of us, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
as we're in there, do I see anything like small trinkets or anything like that as we walk in?
So mostly it's larger amounts of armor, as well as some weapons of different. You see a rapier, you see a couple rapiers, you see some short swords, some long swords, you see some various things. So there's not a lot of trinkets. As it's more of a weaponry area. You do see a few daggers throughout that are on display. Those are kind of the smallest items of the group.
Nothing small you could get for a gift or anything like that, though.
As a gift, I mean, there's a small countertop up front that you would see some smaller items. Do I not see? I don't see Evan now.
Any?
Let me reset.
Like figurines or.
No, it's not really fancy items like that. It's mostly weapons of battle. You do see. You see some not signet rings, but rings with various formations on them behind, but they're all behind a countertop.
I'll point to the rings and say to Adrian, "Do you think we should get one of those rings and tell Grizz it's magic?"
I mean, would he really know?
No.
Baby giant. Just make sure it fits my finger.
I'm gonna offer to. I would like to speak to the guy about purchasing the ring with the horses.
As we're walking in, though, I turn to the group, mainly people who actually follow the older guy, right? And do we ever get his name?
Which older guy?
The older guy that we helped out, him and his kids.
Oh, they're off on their farm.
Yeah.
You guys got lost them at Belliard. They left. Well, remember, half the group went to the tavern. A couple of them went to return him home. O'Doon, Amrook, and you're gonna have to remind me who else went with the farmer.
Adrian, O'Doon, and Amrook.
Adrian, O'Doon.
Yeah, I think that was it.
Okay.
I want to turn to the group and ask if we ever got his name.
Yeah, you picked up along the way. He was the standard farmer.
Steve.
Bob the farmer.
the farmer, yeah, Mr. Farmer. First name Mr.
Farmer.
Jake from the farm, not State Farm, the farm.
County farm.
Jake the farmer.
Yeah, you got his name as hold on. It was.
I love it.
It's actually Steve.
Keegan's third time with us, and he's already stumping the DM with questions about names.
I'm losing track of who's who. I want to make sure I don't lose it.
His name's Mark. Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
Man, that's brutal. Brath. His name was Brath Heartcut.
Brath Heartcut. Oh,
Brath Heartcut.
all right, that's what I needed. Thank you. Brath Heartcut. Heartcut. So you're going up and talking to the.
We're all three in the shop now.
Okay.
Who's all three?
And you wanted to go up and talk to him first.
Well, no, I had pointed to Amrook the ring, and I was just stating my intent to you two. I had not walked up to the counter or anything. I had previously talked to you and said that you should negotiate, and then I was talking to you two and saying I would like the ring as well.
Cool. I'm all for it.
So you've got Amrook in there. You've got O'Doon, right?
Warwick's definitely in there because he followed us in.
Amrook, Warwick, Reed just follows you in silently. Is there anyone who did you call out, Amrook?
Adrian is in there because he's detect magic.
Okay. I wasn't sure who you asked to negotiate.
I had asked Warwick to negotiate, and I had pointed the ring out to Adrian and made a comical comment, and then decided I wanted to get the ring.
All right, so Reed followed you in, so you got Amrook, Adrian, Warwick, and Reed that are inside the shop.
Excuse me, I'm in there too.
Oh, you didn't speak up. I wasn't sure if you were still here.
You weren't listening
I
to
like
me.
it.
No,
So
you were on mute, Ash.
No, I haven't been on mute.
This is the
That's the
first I've
first I
heard
heard
you.
you
I'm
too.
sorry.
Well, this is the
This
first.
is actually the first I've heard you
in.
in 2 hours.
I like it. All right, so
All right, Althea, you were certainly there too. You and Reed are gazing at the aisles a little suspiciously to an extent. I mean, I know Reed is kind of glancing at everything as he does so, seeing what'll fit in his pockets. Sorry, Warwick, what are you doing?
So I hear that we want the ring. We want a few horses. I'm sorry. What else did we want? Ring,
That was
horses.
it so far.
Okay.
3 horses and a ring so far.
All right. So knowing what we want.
Reed's just gonna come up to you, Warwick, and he'd be like, "Don't worry, I'll get whatever I need."
I'm just going to use my conversation as a distraction piece. So you do what you got to do, and I'm going to go get the rest of what we need. So I'm going to go up to.
Oh, right, this distract away.
I'm gonna
Reed.
go to the shopkeep. I'm gonna keep a close eye on where Reed's at.
Good to see you, Adrian.
On the opposite side, so the shopkeep is looking my way instead of Reed's way, and I'm just gonna start a conversation about 3 horses Well, I'm gonna start with 3 horses and the ring. I'm gonna point to the ring that Adrian and I forget what your name is. It's Adrian and Amrook. The ring that they were talking about. I'm just gonna talk to the shopkeep about what the cost is for.
Well, talk to him. Talk to him.
Well, that's what I asked. What the cost is for a ring?
What does your character say? Is what Evan is saying.
Yeah, just be like, "Yo, shopkeep, show me your prices, bitch."
So Warwick, while you're
and that's why we
away,
didn't want Griswold to negotiate, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
So Warwick, while you pull him over to the side, it's this little halfling that's working the shop at the moment. So you're kind of looking down upon him as he does so, and he looks up. He's got a little Napoleon complex going on. He's trying to act all tough as he's doing so. Welcome to my armory. Thanks for coming. What can I do for you? What interests you? I've got a lot of good wares here. Various interesting things. What do you need?
Well, Mr. Shopkeep, there's a group of us.
I don't need to call me Mr. Shopkeep. Call me Pimnam. Pimnam Goldbridge.
Pimnam Goldbridge. Well, thank you, Mr. Pimnam. I have a rather large group of mine, and we've been on various quests, and we've helped various people among the Bellyard town. And we are looking to leave, and we need 3 horses to help our group. And that ring over there, that ring seems pretty interesting to us. We would also like to keep that. So I want to ask, what's the price that we could get? What's a good price, a fair price that we could catch for 3 of your best horses and that ring?
Well, fair price is the only kind of prices that I give, but I appreciate you asking because not everyone that comes through here asks that. Fair prices are good. Let's see. Are you looking for a riding horse, or are you settling into Bellyard looking for a draft horse?
No, we're looking for 3 riding horses. We're looking to ride out and continue our way.
Well, let me ask you: are you looking for fast horses, or are you looking for broken ones? I've got both cases. The broken ones are good for your bad riders.
Are you looking to lease or buy? Used or brand new?
I was thinking it.
He's looking over at
You know what? Hold on. I gotta go talk to my manager. I'll be right back. Hold on.
he looks over at Althea. He's like, the women aren't usually the best riders. So if you need one that's broken, a little slower, a little calmer, I can certainly do that. Runs a little bit more. Or do you want a man's horse that's a little bit faster?
Nam, I feel like we're getting off track here. Here's what I'm looking for, right? We have a group of people. We're looking to ride out of here. I'm not looking for broken horses. I'm looking for some of your best riding horses.
By broken,
I got you.
Broken in.
To give you a little wink.
Good riding. Okay.
Yeah, broken is in they're very calm, they're very placid. They're fully broken as opposed to a little bit wild, little riled. But I like what you're going with there. All right, I got you. You want me to speak a little quieter with the little lady over there? I got you.
Excuse me.
Here's what I can do.
Pemnam, I feel like
I'm not deaf. I can hear you.
Pemnam, I feel like you got the hots for that girl over there.
Listen, the little ladies have a thing for me. I'm not gonna say, I try to step away. It affects my business. We got a business relationship here, although I feel like you and I are friends. You and I might be friends in real life. I can see us going out and having an ale together. But no, purely business with this little lady over here. She looks like she might cut my throat without even thinking about it. So I'm gonna keep my distance. Although she's giving me the eyes, I understand.
A little wacky and sack, you know what I'm saying? I mean, if you cut me a better deal, I might be able to, pitch in a good word for it.
All right, I see what you're going for here. Here's what I can do.
He became the Phandalin Phive's pimp.
He just joined the group and is saying, "Hold up. Give me the horses, you get the girl." Like, what the...
I don't know where you...
Do continue.
Here's what I can do. I'm gonna... He's gonna look back in the back room. He goes, I got some great horses back there. They're fast. They are fast, and they have stamina. Normally, they would go for 80 gold pieces apiece. I like you. What's your name? I didn't get your name.
My name's Warwick.
Warwick, gosh, you look like a Warwick. I could have told you when you came in here. I was like, he looks like a Warwick. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give him 3 horses for 120 gold pieces, and I'm gonna throw in the ring. I'm crazy. I know, but I'm throwing in the ring at no cost. It's an incredible ring, but that's 60 gold pieces a piece for the horses and a free ring. You can't get better than that. Certainly not around here, not in Belliard. I mean, these are the only horses and rings in Belliard. But besides that, I'm just feeling good. I feel good about what we have here, Warwick.
Pepnam, you know what? I like you, and I like where we're going at. I like the offer that you're making. You know, before we talk shop, before we complete the sale, I want to ask you a little bit about somebody I've heard of. His name's Brath Heartcut. We just saved him, and we just saved his 4 children. I want to make sure they're taken care of. Can you tell me anything about him? Do you have any special relationship with these folks?
Cousin Brath? You saved Cousin Brath. My God.
Saved him and all of his children. They came out of our multiple battles unharmed, unscathed. We returned them safely.
Real quick side note: I said 120, but 3 times 60 is 180. So forgive me.
Damn it! I was like, damn, that's a good
like
deal.
that?
Take that shit right now. Like that's
No,
in
too
my
late.
mind.
You let it go.
I'm like
you
thinking, okay,
misspoke.
$75 a horse or 75 gold a horse, and he cut it down to 120. Do it.
It's 180. Sorry, my bad. I misspoke. So he said 180.
No take backs.
Yeah.
No take back. This is the DM overruling. This is the manager. The manager has come in and overruled Pimnim. Pimnim, you can't do it.
We can't go that low. They're gonna have to trade something else in.
Yeah, I was gonna say the trade bin value just isn't that good.
Right, you saved.
You got more of a down payment.
I heard Brath was back last night. They said he'd been returned. I'll tell you what.
He said you could take care of us, and whenever we were well rested and got our supper, that you could really take care of us. You can help us on our way, and honestly, if you can cut us a better deal, or we have like 8 or 9 people. If you could throw in an extra horse for that 180, I'd be willing to give you the gold pieces right now and the ring.
Give me a deception check.
A deception.
Do we need
We
Deception.
don't need an extra horse at all.
Hold on. Time out real quick. How many people can we fit on a horse though?
We have
We
other
already have horses.
These 3 horses are for you, Odun, and Althea.
Yeah,
But I thought we needed them for the entire group.
No.
no, we already have horses.
Oh, that was
You picked them up as you were leaving Grudhog.
Yeah,
That's my bad. Then I just want to negotiate a better price. And my bad.
And now you guys have a free horse.
My
You
bad.
got an extra horse in tow. He's just hanging out. He's there
Anyway.
to chill.
He's our
No.
pack mule.
So I want a better price.
We each get 1 take back, so you get a take back too. So no extra horse.
I'm just gonna say, So Brad said that after we got a good meal in our bellies and we got a good night's sleep after 2 battles, and let me just explain the battles to you real quick.
Yeah,
First-
please do. Tell me the story.
First we fought off multiple kill giants. When I say multiple, I'm not talking about 2 or 3. I'm talking about 4, 5, 6 kill giants. Along
Did I
with
hear you correctly? You said hill giants.
hill giants. We defeated
God.
their leader to save Brath and his children, who were captured in a cage. They were gonna be hill giant food, and we saved them. Not a scratch on their single head. And then on our way here, we fought 9, maybe 10 or 12. I don't know. There were tens of these giant spiders that were just blinking in and out of our sight. They didn't get a scratch on their head at that point. We returned them here safely. So whenever we talked to Brad, he
I
said
love this.
he really didn't have anything to offer us, and we didn't ask him for anything. But he did say that my nephew Pemnam, he'll take care of you guys when you're ready to leave Belliard. So with that being said, Pemnam, what else can you do?
Give me the deception check at
The hill
advantage.
giants were also attacking your village. I think we've taken care of that for you as well, as far as the town of Belliard is concerned.
Well, that's certainly true. The hill giants were a big issue around here.
In case the deception
wait
doesn't
for-
work, I just want to back up.
I'm gonna wait for the advantage deception check here.
Oh, is it advantage? Hold on.
Advantage, yeah, because of your performance. You told the story, you backed it up, you built all these other things in.
Yeah, this is going awesome. Oh,
Oh, hot damn.
wow.
He's gonna look down and contemplate.
I like that we were
That's
trying to
good to me.
network, and then Warwick goes in there and just lies his ass off.
I didn't really.
You know what?
want it,
It's
did
nice
I?
to have a negotiator,
did.
isn't it?
You
You guys
did.
take Mordai for granted.
I mean, eventually he's going to ask his cousin if we sent him there and find out that you lied to him. But it's done.
Well, maybe he might just ask about the Hill Giants and the group that saved him and everything else. That's pretty impressive deception. He may not even ask.
That's true.
He just may hear the story. So, in fact, that's a hell of a deception with the advantage. Well, you're right. You saved cousin Brass's life, and my little nephews. God, they're little pains in the asses, but I love them. I love them. I love them dearly, but they're pains in the asses. Don't babysit. Here's what I can do. I can do 150 gold pieces for my 3 fastest horses.
So you're telling me your 3 fastest riding horses
Best.
you have,
And the
The
ring.
best 3 I got out there.
and the ring, and the ring.
And the ring. I will throw in the ring for free because you saved cousin Brad. I can 150 gold pieces. Anything less than that, I'm losing money. I can't do less than that, but that's what I can do. 150 gold pieces.
All right, I'm gonna turn to the
I'll
folks.
throw in a day of feed. How about that? An extra day of feed.
I'm gonna mull it over just a minute. I'm gonna turn to the guys and kind of feel like I'm pondering it just a little bit, just to give Pemnam maybe a little bit of thought that I'm thinking about the offer, but I might turn him down. Just see if he throws anything else in. But after
Reed's gonna try and swipe a dagger. Well, I'm gonna go at it.
Well, as I'm looking around, I see that Reed's kind of eyeing up a dagger. I'm going to turn to Pemnam and say, you know what? You got yourself a deal. And I'm going to start pulling out these gold pieces just to make sure he focuses on me and not Reed. So we're getting 3 horses, we're getting a ring, and we're getting a day's worth of feed for 100 gold pieces.
All right, you're gonna give him the sleight of hand advantage.
Do you have gold?
Wow. Fuck.
He just stole his underwear.
Yeah, listen, Reed didn't even see himself grab these daggers. He's not sure if he got it or not. He was so quick. And I will assign, let's send someone over to Rusty. Rusty seems like he needs a drink. Especially since he was so damn good at it earlier. There it is.
I'll go ahead and throw
yeah,
in 50 gold for the horses as well. If we need more, I can, but
Yeah, I can.
So I can certainly pay for it, just like off note. So whenever something like this happens, does this get taken out of the group pack, or am I paying for it up front? And
don't have any gold, any currency in the group pack. Everybody has their own individual currency. So anything we would pay for the group, we could all pitch in for. If you want to buy something on your own, that comes out of your pack, or you can ask someone if they can lend you money.
Okay. All right.
So that's
I'll
why
turn.
Chamb3r is offering 50 gold for your 3 new horses.
Yeah, I'll throw in like another 30 or so.
All right. I'll cover. So what's that? 80, and we need 70
need 50 more. Wait, how much did
150.
150. You guys just Adrian hit 30, Amrook hit 50.
So I
thought Adrian said 50. Sorry, my fault.
All right. Yeah, I'll
50.
He said 30.
I'll throw in the 70. That's fine.
All right, and when you get back out, Odun will throw in. Split that with you too, since he's riding.
I was gonna help, but you tried to get me off as a prostitute, so
Well
played.
you don't want to help on this one.
He did just say put in a good word. He didn't say you'd get a little something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you still tried to pawn me off. So,
But did you hear me? Because I thought you were looking at the wares and stuff.
no.
She was listening.
I'm tearing you all down.
That's fine. I could take that. I'm fine with that.
So Pimnam's gonna kind of pull you aside. He's your buddies now. He's gonna grab your shoulders and pull you over. Hi. So the little lady that's with you, she's single?
I'm gonna say, look, she might be single. She might not be, but I mean that depends on how far we want to take this. What else? What else you got? You have anything stashed away? Maybe anything extra magical in the back?
Magical.
Now he didn't have detect magic, so he doesn't know that's back there, right?
I don't. I'm just asking. Yep.
He does not. He's just. I would say this was within his character.
Okay. I'm good with it. I was just
Listen, you
curious if
promised
he
me.
knew. Like, did Adrian tell us? That's all.
He did not say he did yet. He casted it. He knows. You told me if I give you a good deal that you put in a good word for me, but
I can certainly put in a good word for you, but I mean,
I got my personal stuff in the back. That's it. Did a little adventuring back in my day too. I don't want to brag, but I took on an ogre all by myself. I defeated it.
Interesting. Yeah. So how'd that battle go? Tell me about. I feel like that's something that should be praised. And tell me about it. I want to be able to tell people that I know Phandalin the Great, who took that ogre. Tell me about this.
God damn it! This is awesome.
Well, they only call me Pimdam the Great in certain circles. I'm a bit flat. Give me a general charisma check. Let's see how much you're flattering this guy.
A general charisma check. Okay, hold on. Where's this thing?
What was that? Oh,
that's awful.
Oh man, that is a pretty brutal roll.
Bad roll.
I mean, Keegan, never.
Griswold's out there petting his tiger.
Take that how you want it. Griswold at this point, because this is like things seem to be taking a little while. Griswold's going to keep Frank out there, and Griswold's going to walk in.
Oh boy!
Here we go. Shit.
This is what I was waiting for.
Do I get inside
So Pimdam still has armor around him. He goes, "Listen,
since
I got my personal shield.
This guy, do I get any type of advantage at all?
No.
You got some advantage with him. You rolled a 10. Listen, you got half price so far, man. So you're working it. Normal horses, 80 a piece is not a bad deal whatsoever. So
we basically paid for 2 and got 1 free so far, and a ring.
Yeah, 240 plus the gold ring, 250, and you guys paid 150. So you just got a 40% discount based on your efforts here. So let's be clear. You just saved 100 gold pieces based on you. I mean, Griswold would have paid. Plus, he paid $300 for $250 worth of components, and I'm not joking. You guys have overpaid before with Griswold negotiating. You weren't there for it, Keegan. You guys have overpaid on purpose because Griswold negotiates the price up.
We felt bad for the shopkeeper.
Yeah.
So yeah, this 100 gold piece discount's pretty good. But he's gonna tell you the story of his battle with the ogre and the mighty. And it turns out he got pretty lucky as you're hearing the story, and he did have some helpers that kicked in. But he's gonna listen. Oh my god, she's hot. She's really hot. I've got my personal shield back there. It's a +1 magic shield. I couldn't let it go for anything less than
Are you calling
700
dibs
gold
right now,
pieces.
Is that what you're trying to do? You're calling dibs. You're
So,
No,
ridiculous.
what do you call it?
I'm
The
itching.
shield?
No, I was just itching my nose because I can't attune to anything else right now. I'm
no
just
one
curious.
said that you had to
Well, I
attune
can't
to
see
it.
Griswold again.
There are some +1 shields that you do not need to attune to.
No, but most of them you do though.
Yeah. You said a +1 shield. I'm just curious.
+1 shield. That's
Wait,
all
sorry.
I got.
Tell me about this shield. Interesting.
It's 700 gold pieces. That's
700
even that makes me uncomfortable. That's a low price. That's the best I can do.
gold. All right, now, like off the books, is that good for something like that? I don't know. I don't know anything about buying any type of magical anything.
Yeah, no, that's
It's a pretty good deal.
yeah, that's a decent price.
Definitely a good deal. It's just a matter of do we have the gold to pay for it, and do we need it as individuals or a group.
That's so here, off the books, Keegan. I'll tell you this: that is a good deal. Usually, they're probably about 1,000 gold pieces for something like this. But at the same time, you've also come across this is you as a group. You guys have gotten a lot of magic items across the board with some of your adventures pretty handily. So kind of decide, is it worth that? As a group, you guys have about 4,500 gold pieces ish, readily available that you're aware of, sort of thing. So 700 is not a insignificant chunk of that, as opposed to one magic item. Especially since you may or may not have magic items that you're not even attuned to, you're just carrying around with you. So just throwing that out there.
And we,
All right.
never mind.
Go ahead.
Mm-mm.
What? You can say it.
I didn't get to tell you in game, so your character doesn't know yet. So I just wasn't going to tell
I
you.
won't take into consideration. What were you going to say?
There's a shop in Yortar as well that has legitimate items, and so.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna. Yeah, okay, cool. So I'm so 700 gold pieces. That's, you know what? That's a little bit too rich for my blood. But you know what? I would hate to take that shield from you because I feel like that's the shield that you have as a memento from defeating that ogre. So you know what? I want you to keep it. I want you to stick it with you, and I want you to wear that as a relic of beating that ogre. That being said, though, I mean, that's a good story. Maybe I can talk to my friend over there and kind of tell her of those details just to see if it goes anywhere. I told you I put in a good word, and I'm a man of my word.
Warwick, you're such a good guy. I knew we were close when you walked in. I said, me and him are going to be like this. I couldn't thank you enough. And you're right. I would be heartbroken having gotten rid of that shield. So I'm glad you decided to keep it. But yeah, if you could throw in a good word, he's gonna throw his best smile over. And just take a look towards Althea, because that would go a long way. I think she could kick my ass, but it would be worth it.
So, let's start on our way to go look at these horses because my friends and I, my group and I.
Let's do that. I'll show you which 3 of the horses are my best.
But as we're on our way, let me ask you something. What are you working with? I mean, are we talking like 4 to 6, like hard? Like what are we?
Shit.
What are we working with?
I would say probably a good 10 to 12.
He's a halfling.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not sure how many hands they are, but I would say they're about 10 to 12 hands tall. I mean, they're good horses. Whenever I promised you my best, that's what I meant.
Let's take a step back here. We're talking about my
All right.
friend here. What are you lengthwise down below? What are you wiggling with, buddy?
Is that a tripod? Is that a tripod?
If you don't consider their heads, they're probably a good 10 feet long, I would say, from chest to tail. I mean, they're good horses. I don't know what to tell you here.
Eminem, I'm gonna break it to you. How long's your dick, buddy?
That's 8.
Like hard or soft? What are we talking here? Are you a grower?
Oh, that's soft. Soft as the day I was born.
You know what?
Man.
That's good.
I can't.
Let's go look at these horses now. Jesus.
Listen, Warwick, we're close here. They call me the tripod.
He said 8 inches around.
They call him the cheese wheel.
No,
He's about 3.5 foot tall, so pretty damn impressive.
Girth Vader. Jeez.
Girth Vader.
Damn it, we're back to Disney again.
All right,
so they're making their way out
to go see the horses. Make sure on my way, I point at the ring to
I already took the gold out of my pack, so I'm going to scoop up the ring.
Yeah, make sure.
This intricate golden-like ring is it's a golden based ring, and then on top you see this almost signet, this engraving. It's a gold with red rubies inside of it, cast like a dragon. Kind of intricately carved. You can see the half dragon across it. It's pretty impressive as far as rings go. It's a nice ring.
All right.
Is Griswold in here at this point?
He wasn't in the store at all. Oh yeah, actually yeah, he's now entered the store then. Without Frank, he came in like an old western, just busted through the door and just hands to the side, looking around.
Griswold style.
Dun dun dun. He hasn't done anything yet. He just walked in.
Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching.
Please tell me that's not the flapping door. Hit him on the
Hey,
back
Reed.
and walked in.
Hey, Reed.
Yes.
What do you think the worth of that ring is?
Well, on the open market, you could probably get 5 to 10 gold pieces for it.
Okay.
It was a
I could
freebie.
sell it for 20.
Okay. Just curious.
I would say it's a good 10 gold piece ring if you had to average it.
Emmerich scoops it up, puts it in his pocket. He paid his 50 gold. I'm good with it.
Can Griswold hear while we're is he where are you at, Griswold? What are you doing? You busted through the door. You came in. You see Warwick up front with his arm around this little halfling creature. You see Reed off to one side on the aisleway. Just hands in his pocket, looking like nothing's happened. Althea glaring down the two up front, and Adrin and Amrook just kind of meandering the aisleways. What are you doing here?
Well, I just wanted to walk in to the first group member I see and say, "Hey, is everything okay?" Seem to be
Things are
taking a
going
while.
okay.
Hey, you see Adrin and Amrook there. They're kind of the first ones you see.
Yeah, I think he made a deal. So
Reed's gonna come over, seeing the group having made this little. He's aware of what's going on. He's. Did you guys manage to get that magic ring? Did Warwick complete the sale?
Yeah, I've got it. Don't worry about it.
Oh,
Well done.
I was really. Side note: I was really hoping that this shopkeep had a lisp. That way, since we were searching for horses, he could say, "Let me see her twat."
Oh, gee.
I'll keep that in mind for the next pound.
I can't.
Because that would be how he would say "trot" with a lisp. I'm just saying.
Oh, no, we
got
got
you.
it.
I'm with you.
That's very funny.
You know what? I'll keep that in mind. I can't top the early session Tribor bad hearing. So horses. Yeah, I think we got horses.
Yeah, I remember. You got
You
any
guys were looking for
horrors?
horses?
Got any horrors around here?
Horses? Yeah, I think we got horses. There's up the town. There's one. All right. So Pimnam's gonna he's gonna lead you guys outside, out the back door. You got a little pasture out there. You got you got 9 horses running around. He's gonna call 3 of them in, just and 3 horses trot up. These brown horses with white patches on them, on their chest, and they're beautiful creatures. They're actually pretty impressive horses. Nice trot to them, twat to them as they come in. Well, these are my best 3. This is what I can offer you. This is what your gold goes to.
I'm gonna put my arm around Pemnam. I'm gonna say, Pemnam, I appreciate you doing this for us. I'm gonna put in a word or 8 inches of a good word over to my friend over here and see if that makes After that, I'm gonna move my hand. I'm gonna start walking over the horses and try to
I
gather.
appreciate that, Warwick.
And,
I'm gonna Pindam's gonna work his way over to Althea and just kind of brush off his hands. He's like, these are pretty impressive horses, aren't they?
I just glare at him.
I'd be impressed too. I understand you're speechless. Any idea what you're doing later?
I walk away.
You should talk to Warwick.
She's playing hard to get. She's playing hard to get.
Just talk to Warwick first. All right, she'll come back. He's just gonna brush his hands off.
I like it.
All right, and the 3 horses are yours. You guys now have a complete stable.
Right.
You got 7 horses and an unhappy tiger.
Nice. All right. On to Yartar, or onto the rod dump and then Yartar.
Yep, I'm gonna call over Frank and mount up. Let's roll.
Okay, so you guys are leaving Belliard. You're gonna follow the river up towards the rod dump. Is that the plan?
Yeah.
That's what we decided, right?
We
We're
have
gonna
to cross
take-
the stone bridge, though, don't we?
We're gonna cross
gonna
the
say, so-
this time. Yeah, I don't.
You guys have a stone bridge to cross.
I don't have water walking prepared. So
All right, let's cross this bitch. I'm excited.
I'm not.
All right.
Keegan,
so-
O'Doon, you guys better be ready to cast fly at a moment's fucking notice. That's all I gotta tell you.
Or feather falling.
Or feather fall.
Odun just gets ready. So you guys, as a group with your horses, riding your horses, you guys make your way over the stone trail. From Belliard to the stone bridge, it's, let's see, let's get a reference point here. All right, it's about 12 miles or so. You guys are getting, I think, what, 48 with horse travel?
something like that.
Let me make sure. I wanna. Cheat sheet's not up and running yet.
Yeah, I saw you working on some cheat sheet stuff. That's pretty cool.
Oh, is that coming up as
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, trying to build up my cheat sheet resume. It actually works really cool whenever you build the handouts. I was gonna send it over to you whenever my conglomeration.
Yeah, that's cool.
And to anyone that wants it as a DM, just the quick reference stuff that you don't think about that you can't memorize.
Yeah.
It works out really well.
Like
But
the
I
price of
didn't get it
horses?
ready yet. What's that?
Like the price of horses?
Yeah, like the
Horse?
price of horses that you need to have readily available.
Horse? Oh, horses, not horse.
Yeah, what their quad speed is.
You liked that joke, didn't you?
I did.
Was good.
Yeah, no. We'll go 48 miles per day. So you guys knock this out in a quarter day's travel. That you get to the beginnings of the stone bridge, and for those of you, I guess
amazing.
Warwick and Althea that have not seen this before,
Yeah.
Oh, it's awesome.
Shoot, I don't have this as a handout that you can readily see right now. Now let me pull this up. Here, I'm gonna save it or show it to you guys now. Come on.
Come on, ride the train.
I want to make sure that everyone's readily available for this. One second, because I think it's worthwhile. The stone bridge, as you approach it, is a massive stone bridge that was built that crosses over the river that exists on this trail. But it's actually pretty impressive in its build. Almost.
It's like super high up.
It's like the Rainbow Bridge.
Yeah.
And this load, and you guys should see it momentarily.
While he's looking
Yeah.
for that, Althea, where did you say you lived?
Oh,
Yeah, there you go. That's the one.
I didn't write it down. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's pretty small.
Cumber. It's south.
Succumber. Okay.
That's
Hey, I gotta get a better image. I don't know why it came up so small, but yeah. So this bridge has minimal fortification, minimal supports and everything else. There's some magic behind the creation. This thing runs over the river 1,000 feet high, and then runs across straight through without support at about 15 feet wide. Yeah. Can you guys see the visual that came across the?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, same thing, actually. Same picture. Yeah.
Yeah, the same one. But now the reason you hear the group as tentative is because you were also uber exposed. As you can see, there's nowhere to go once you start crossing over this thing. You're pretty much out there. This is the halfway point. A third of the way point. To the extent there's nowhere you're jumping off. There's no way you're running across. The group managed to avoid it. The last time you guys were crossing, there was some magic. They got you guys across the river down below, so you could avoid the concerns about crossing it, but now you guys are fully exposed.
We also had Mugen toe too, so
You did.
We
You
had-
did
we
have
had-
movement. You guys are
yeah,
moving
we
a little
had
faster
her.
now. So you guys reach the beginning of the bridge and begin to cross. As you begin, you don't see anything across from you.
That sounds like way too many dice.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
You make your way across the bridge without incident. It's a long creeping trip. You are the only ones, however. There's a light crosswind that makes you a little bit nervous as you do so. However, you cross the entirety of it and get to the other side of the stone trail without incident. It's very quiet this time. And you ride to the other side of the stone trail and the other side of the river. And so you guys are following the Desert River upstream.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, we might as well, right?
Yep.
So you guys are gonna follow it upstream. Let's see, how much can you get done in a day? You are not gonna make it to the point that you broke off. You're gonna get to about here in day one, before the rod dump, before you guys are night comes. So you're gonna end up about 10 miles shy of where that is as night sets in.
That's actually probably a good thing because we don't want to get too close.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Setting up camp nearby then, right on the river. What do you guys want to do?
I think we
First
should
what?
we should maybe just take half an hour to the west.
Yeah, yeah. Off the
Okay,
river.
so you guys
a
gonna
little
go off river then a little bit, get up
Yeah.
the hills off this makeshift trail.
Just
Yeah.
a little bit, find some shelter, and I think Adrian can cost his hearth for us. And
bit. Yeah, I can do that.
Okay, and you guys come across an area. There's a little. It's fairly open as most of it is up there, but you guys can tuck yourselves in either at the bottom of cliff sides, so you're kind of protected off in the distance, or if you wanted to stay on top of cliff sides, you have better visibility. Kind of your choice. Are you looking for your back being protected, or long visibility in all areas here?
I'd say back being protected.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you tuck yourself on a little cliff side. And good, you guys set up
Put
camp.
on
Adrian casts Hearth of the Moonlight and Shadow, which reminds me again, 30-foot radius, sphere of magic, total cover blocks the sphere. Okay, +5 to stealth and perception. Good. Open flame in the sphere is invisible outside it. Perfect.
Yep.
Good. So you guys set up camp. Anything you want to do before night comes? You guys build a fire, you set up your tents. You guys, Adrian goes out, catches you guys some food fairly quickly, comes back to the campsite. You guys are just eating around the fire. Good day's travel. The horses are satisfied.
Please tell
anything
me
you want to
Adrian
accomplish?
brought back a tree for Griswold.
Please and thank
He
you.
puts food in the rest
yeah.
of us and puts a tree.
Like, here you go.
Consistently,
Have
there's
fun.
small shrubbery that is served on Griswold's plate for protein.
And I love every second of it. Just kidding.
All
I spit it out.
right.
Yeah. I got
Nothing else. You guys take a long rest. Everyone go ahead.
So, real quick, I just want to breach the subject real quick. So, as we're traveling, I was kind of thinking about this. I think, and no offense, Grizz, but I think we should go and hunt down this weevil. One,
I agree.
we know that there's a bounty on his head. We don't know if he's still alive, if he's still going to be alive, whatever. We need to get him before anybody else gets to him. And second of all, we really don't know if that's where if Neverwinter is where your father is going to be at. And we might be on a wild goose chase while other things need to happen. Not that I don't want to go that route. I'm saying I think we should do this first and then go and see if we can find this wanderer in your father.
I'm gonna. Griswold pauses for a moment, and he shakes his head and he says, "No, I understand, and I agree. I think traveling as a group is the best bet. And I I think this could strengthen the group, and I fear that if we go into some nasty things, we might not make it out. And I think that finding out Siddle's background or whatever else we can is only going to strengthen the party a lot more. So, as much as I want to find my father and this wanderer, I think it's best that we strengthen ourselves for the time being. So, I certainly don't want to throw it aside, but I ask that wherever we go, if we could at least try to find some clues or ask around. But I do agree. My shield is yours with the party. I'll follow along.
No, I think that's a good idea. Trying to find out more information about these fishers too. It seems like it's something that needs fixed.
I agree with you. Didn't we run into a cartographer in Chamb3r that could find out details about this for us?
We did, and I was thinking about that myself. Good call, Amrook.
So if we head to Yartar and then we take over to Chamb3r before heading north, maybe we make a walk instead of using the teleportation circles, and then we can visit that cartographer and see if we could put some feelers out there.
Amrook, I'm sure if we went to Mirbor, you could just fit in this lovely bag here, and we could just, get you out of town. Just kidding, young dwarf. I'm just joking.
I mean, Frank tells me the bag is very comfortable. I just thought we could go to Chamb3r to find out more clues for you.
No, that's an excellent option. I appreciate that, and it makes sense.
Can I just say that I like that Griswold has found his Christian Bale Batman voice this particular session?
I did too. I was going to call that. Yeah,
I'm thinking of that.
Where's Rachel?
Where's Hillary Duff?
Wait till Grizz gets really pissed. He's gonna sound like Batman and just like it's gonna be awesome. I can't wait to smite someone. It's gonna be great.
It's good. You found Griswold's voice.
Yep.
It's getting better. I'm putting that out there. It's solid.
Thanks.
Is everyone
anything else on the night?
Anybody else have anything to add to that? Anything to dispute?
That's my vote if everybody wants to go along with it.
So why do we need to go to Yartar at all then?
I guess we're not using the climbing circle or the teleportation circles. We don't.
If it's not too much, so correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the blacksmith that we gave some plate mail to was in Yartar. Was that Chamb3r?
I was in Chamb3r.
Was that Chamb3r?
Yeah,
that was in Chamb3r as well.
Oh, then never mind. We don't need to go to Yartar then.
The Yartar was the crazy the shopkeep.
Ah, all right. Yeah, then we
the
could
shopkeep
just go.
that everyone loved. You went to the library and got some information about giant. You got the giant expert in Yartar as well. Those are the two places that you really saw.
That guy had plate mail that was of stealth or something, so I wouldn't be at disadvantage. But it was like 800 gold pieces or some shit like that.
He had a variety of items.
That was like 2,000 or something.
Yeah, it was more than that. It was like your head.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure it was in the thousands. 800, I think we would have just bought it.
Well, I mean, we now have this bard wizard. I'm sure he could talk him down to something if you guys are all for making me more stealthy.
I mean, I think going to Yartar might be a waste of time. I think we should just go straight to Chamb3r from here.
Let's go to Chamb3r.
Okay.
We're still checking the rod dump tomorrow morning though first, right?
Yeah. We're already here. Might as well.
All right.
So from the rod dump, are you guys going to cut straight over again towards the long road, or head to Yartar and cut over the Evermore Way? Just cut diagonal through the desert and hills. I guess you can make that decision tomorrow.
Let's cut diagonal. Save the time.
Let's go. I'm game. Let's just do this.
All right.
Jesus.
You stumble upon 6 fire giants. How do you all want to die?
I mean, they're not going to come from Chamb3r. They already got the piece of the rod there, so I think we're
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, we should.
Hey,
be
you're
all right.
good. No worries about a pack of owlbear.
Ah, pfft.
Let's do
I'm
it.
gonna. What is it?
All right.
8 seconds on a.
I'll
8
take
seconds
first
on the
shift.
owlbear.
All
Frank's
right,
gonna
everyone, go ahead
take.
and give me the active perception check.
Frank and Grizz will take first shift as well. Frank actually all night.
I see everything. At least most things.
Oh shit! Did it?
Man,
five.
Cyril's on fire tonight.
Oh,
And
don't we
everyone
have
has +5.
something? +5.
Yep,
Yeah,
plus
yeah.
5.
Oh,
So
all right then.
Yeah, I'm
Holy
gonna
crap,
add plus
yeah.
5 to everything.
Just roll that.
Yep.
Minus 17. Holy crap! I'm the one with the lowest perception,
no, I am.
Wow.
and I got a +7 perception. Holy crap!
Let me give you read no dune.
I rolled a 2 on perception, so
Wow.
Oh yeah, okay.
Reed
Nice.
and O'Doon.
Why is it 17 and then 22?
we accidentally had
I
advantage
accidentally
on
had
it.
advantage on. I had it from a previous. Let me turn that off.
His sleight of hand check.
Yeah, dude. See, I don't know if you can see it. If you bring up your character sheet, right underneath your class and race, Keegan, you can see advantage, normal, disadvantage. It's right above armor class, initiative, and speed.
Yep.
So if you click advantage, it rolls twice and highlights the highest. Disadvantage, it rolls twice and highlights the lowest. Normal just rolls once
Got it. Okay.
on roll 20. Cool.
I just need to
Cool.
roll for Frank.
Cool whip.
Kill.
Roll for initiative.
So Frank has a 7, and it's +5, so he has a 12.
And he has advantage on smells, right?
Yeah, he does.
I'm about to roll for initiative just to get that out of the way.
All right.
So- Amrook and Grizz first watch, right?
Well, I mean, I called first watch. I wasn't
Yeah,
listening.
same.
I'll go second watch, assuming we make second watch. We don't.
O'Doon will join you.
I'll join Warwick.
Nice. I gotta talk to you.
Shit.
Uh-oh.
Did not
Yeah.
sound
Someone's in
pleasant.
trouble. Me and Siddle, I guess, will bring up the third watch
Yep.
And read.
and read.
Reed, Siddle, and Adrian. All right.
And of course, Frank is
The
right?
first. What's that?
Frank is throughout. Yep.
The first watch goes by uneventfully. Amrook and Grizz and Frank have a pretty quiet watch. Standard night. You guys hear owls hooting throughout there. Various night birds, light crackle. The stream nearby. You can hear the river off in the distance.
I'm actually going to ask. I'm just trying to see what words I know in Dwarvish, and I'm going to ask.
Are we gonna have a little lesson?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I don't want to hold up on the words. I'll tell you what those are, and I'll see.
Well,
what the
we have
DM
to
allows.
roll for intelligence.
Yeah. To see how many I can. It's
So-
to see
so
how many I've learned, right?
On our shift, we are going to discuss back and forth the languages Dwarven and Giant that we had previously started a week or so ago, and so we each kind of know some words, and we're going to continue to expand on that. Is what you're saying? Yes.
All right. Go ahead and both give me an intelligence check.
Okay.
Griswold, you're able to pick up 2 new words tonight.
All right. I'll check. I got to find my list. I'll let you know what those ones
Tell me
are.
what those 2 words are. Amrook, you're able to pick up 4 new words tonight.
Wow.
Okay. And I will write those in my bio under character backstory.
Okay. Good. And your shift goes by uneventfully. Anything else you want to accomplish on yours?
Nope, sounds good.
Beautiful. Next shift, Warwick, Althea, and O'Doon. The beginning of your shift goes by uneventfully. All is quiet. Anything you want to do while you guys are sitting around the fire, keeping an eye on the area? Anything that you had intended?
Yeah, I just want to discuss with Althea a little bit of my man Pemnam. I just Althea, look, I wanna make sure we're on the same page. Apparently Pemnam was digging you a little bit, giving you a little wink. I don't know if he smacked you on the ass or not, but I feel like he was really into you. And I can tell you he has a pretty big perspective, if you know what I'm saying, off of the relationship that he wants with you. But I want to make it clear that I wasn't trying to sell you in any way. I merely told Pemnam that I would put in a good word, and that was it. No hard feelings.
While he's talking, I am definitely giving him a death stare.
All right.
Sorry, thanks, but no thanks. I don't swing that way.
Can we discuss that further, or is this
Gotta
Now
write
that
that shit
said
down.
and done, we're done.
So just to be clear, do you swing the other way?
I already wrote down lesbian, so
All right, just making sure. We got that's the way it's being interpreted.
I'm gonna pick up on that and say, like I said, I was merely just gonna put in a good word. I understand where you're at. We're good. And I'm gonna
let's be honest.
So you're saying I should have introduced you to the female hostess at the breakfast this morning?
to the barkeep. Yep.
Yeah.
Now, with that being said, I'm just gonna see that she's clearly giving me a death stare, and I'm just gonna scoot over just a little bit away from the fire and do my own thing.
O'Doon's just watching this and keeping quiet.
Actually, I'm gonna pull up my Saturn, and I'm just gonna slightly or very quietly strum on that for a little bit.
All right.
Quietly.
Then you know what? O'Doon will bust out his bandora and strum with you a little bit, very lightly.
I like it.
As well as 2 words: friend and enemy. All right. Did you add that to your journal?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Good. Halfway through your shift, you guys hear a loud noise off in the distance that's getting closer. This thudding. It's a loud clattering, a heavy brush movement. It sounds like some massive object moving in your direction.
Frank
I'm
wakes Griswold up.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Shit,
not scream to everybody, but I'm gonna wake everybody up and just say ready up, something's coming our way. And how far? I know there was a spell cast that cast some type of light around our area, right? Is that right?
Not so much a light as more of a dome of a sphere of protection.
We have a campfire.
It's a 30-foot radius, so 60-foot
Yeah.
diameter. It is a sphere's protection. They can't see your campfire. You get some extra perception in there.
All right,
So it's like nothing's there.
So if I roll a perception check, will that help me identify what's coming our way, or is it too dark for me to?
Go ahead and give it a shot. See if it trumps your original. Yeah, it sounds like multiple creatures. You now hear what it sounds like. Multiple creatures hitting the ground. You can kind of hear a breadth of it. It sounds like a fairly numerous amount running towards you in your direction. And from what you can tell, there may be maybe 300 yards off at this point and closing.
All right, so they're running right at us. So knowing that our campfire only goes out 30 feet, and they're coming at, so they clearly know where we're at. I'm gonna go ahead and cast dancing lights to get us more vision on what's coming at us, and I'm gonna do 4 individual lights And so we have a wall back to, we have a basically a boulder to our backs, right?
Yeah, so you've got a wall to your back is about 50 feet tall on one side, and you've got various brush that's sitting out from you from there. Just this shrubbery, small young trees kind of protecting you. From that, you've got this 30-foot dome that's there as well. It's not real, but it's perceptive. So are you putting your 4 lights then within that 30 foot or outside of it?
I'm going to put it outside of that 30 feet because I can cast these up to 120 feet away. I'm going to equally space them out 10 feet apart, 120 feet out beyond. Beyond
So in a
that.
semicircle.
Yeah, beyond that. Whatever we already have. That way we can see 120 feet out.
Okay, so you got 4 points within range of the 120 feet. So you want them 10 feet apart then from that 30. I guess you're looking to put them. You got what 90 feet to deal with there. 4 points of light. So you run a straight line or a semicircle around? I guess I'm not following.
Let's go. Actually, let's go semicircle. So we're 30 feet out from our protection. I'm gonna go semicircle, equally spaced, 10 feet apart in a semicircle, and I'm gonna go. Let's go an additional 60 feet beyond where we're at. Does that make sense? So 60 feet beyond the 30-foot radius.
Yeah. So you're 90 feet out from where you guys are. You're building a little semicircle from the direction they're coming, 10 feet apart, dancing lights.
Right.
Okay. Good. So based on everyone's perception, you've now woken everybody up. You guys can see off in the distance. I mean, it's a little bit tough past the shrubbery and everything else. So you have light, but there's actually kind of bushes and trees blocking you. But you hear this from various creatures busting through, trees going down. You start to hear some stomping noises coming towards you. As you throw out those dancing lights, you almost hear the direction of the noise change a little bit, and it now sounds like it's consistent. So it's not getting louder. It's actually fairly consistent, but moving. You see it off to your wrapping around the camp. It was coming from your right, and as you do so, it's kind of moving in front of you and towards your left, maintaining a very similar distance, maybe 200 yards out, but kind of wrapping around this semicircle of lights that you've cast. So it's almost like you redirected them from heading straight towards you to around you. As you do so, you kind of hit one clearing at the 45-degree mark over here, and looking through the clearing, the light that Warwick has put up.
My Stormbreaker to throw it if it comes within range.
Okay, and what's Stormbreaker's range again?
I want to say it's pretty low. It's like 60 feet.
It's what, probably 60, 180?
No, it's actually 30-80. I thought it was longer than that. So
30-80. Okay.
Yeah, even at 80, I'm throwing it.
You're throwing it at 80. Okay. So right now they're probably 600 feet out, but getting a little closer. So as they approach like 400 feet out, you can see from the light just off in the distance, as you hit one open area, you see a pack of elk that are just ripping kind of parallel to the camp now. There appears to be maybe 12 to 15 of these elk on a tear, moving past the group, heading off to your left and heading up the valley.
Do we see anything chasing them?
I think behind him. Yeah.
You don't see anything behind them. The pack just seems to be quickly migrating as they pass by. You let them pass by?
I mean, they're 400 feet out still.
Yeah, they're 400 foot out, and they're not heading your direction. They're tangent to your. Their path is tangent to your location.
No need to engage then, right?
No.
Unless a T-Rex shows up.
They tear off on a tangent. You don't see anything that appears to be chasing them. Their sound just kind of fades out as they head up the valley, and all is quiet again. You kind of hear the as it fades off in the distance, and all goes back to fairly quiet, almost spooky quiet.
A little too quiet.
I'm just gonna keep my dancing lights up just for
It only lasts a minute, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
it's a-
one
but it's a-
action is a cantrip.
it's a
They last
cantrip,
1
though.
minute,
Oh yeah,
but you can
you could
recast it.
Yeah, then I'll keep it up for its longevity, and then I'll
Okay.
once
Is everyone going back to bed, or are you guys staying awake?
So I'm
Going
gonna
back to bed.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
my watch. So
Okay. And so Warwick, Odun, and Althea, you maintain the watch for a while at heightened awareness. The dancing lights continues to be recast over and over again, so you get better visibility. But the rest of the night goes by quietly. The rest of your shift goes by with no incident, and you guys are waking Reed, Siddle, and Adrin to finish the shift off.
I have a question. How long
Please.
is a shift?
How long is the what?
A shift.
Based on your sleep patterns, a little over 3 hours.
I only asked because I only need 4, and if I
Mhm.
already got the 4, I can stay up for the 3rd shift.
Yeah, technically, I mean, you guys have been doing long rests,
Mhm.
longer than long rest. The average long rest is what, 8 hours.
Mhm.
You guys have been doing 10 when you need to, but you've been doing like 2.5, 3 hour shifts. So yeah, you can stay up for part of the 3rd shift.
Okay. I'll stay up for a little bit.
Yeah. So I'll allow you 2 shifts as well. And Andrew, don't you only need 4 hours?
No, I'm half elf.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought I remember that coming up one time earlier. My mistake. So yeah, I'll let you have 2 shifts, Althea, moving forward. You just need 1 shift's worth of sleep. The rest of the night goes by without incident. All is quiet. That is the only disturbance of the night. And the sun rises off in the distance. It's a bit of a cloudy morning. Pretty heavy wind cutting through. A little bit pretty overcast. So it's kind of grayish, not great visibility. Otherwise, decent morning. So, anything you guys need to do before you head off to the rod dump?
Don't think so.
Mm-mm.
No,
Okay.
I'm good.
From there, it is a few hour ride. About an hour and a half ride upriver. As you get back to the river, make your way up towards it. You find a tributary that you recognize as cutting up towards it. Adrin is pretty familiar with maps. Very good in the hills, can't get lost. So you immediately recognize that tributary that you guys followed up at one point because you guys had followed the river down, if you recall. Hit the tributary. You were following the giants at the time, and then followed them upriver as they did so, where their meeting point was. So you guys hit that same tributary on the southern side this time, make your way up. So this time you are not on top of the hill. So as you remember, the tributary was on the bottom. You guys came in up top from the northern side. So you guys are sneaking up. 2 questions. How do you want to approach the rod dump as you get closer? And 2, how close to the river or that tributary are you? Are you just walking along it, normal speed?
No.
nice, Carl.
We probably want to tie up the horses somewhere and move on foot.
Mm-hmm.
And a couple, I don't know, maybe 100 yards in from the tributary, so we can at least have line of sight of it. But in the thickets of things, so we have like some kind of a cover.
Okay. It's pretty thick underbrush there, so you 100 yards out, you'll be able to see roughly, but you'll be under pretty good cover.
Okay. And as we're going, I'm going to keep an eye out, make sure we don't. Just looking for, what do we see before? Fire giants, and I think we saw hobgoblins.
You had fire giants. You had fire elementals.
A fire elemental.
That's what's come down, and that was all the time.
Okay.
You're following 2 fire giants, 2 fire elementals. They met up with a 3rd fire giant at that time.
Okay.
Okay. Then at that point, you move in regular speed, stealthily, slow, and stealthy.
Stealthy.
All right. Everyone, go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Griswold at disadvantage.
Should have spent that gold.
I know.
I'm happy with my rolls tonight so far. Knock on wood.
I was gonna say, so man, you are ridiculous tonight. Ooh.
Okay. Okay.
Wait,
Three sixes.
I
18,
gotta-
25. So give me. We got.
We gotta.
So Frank gives
25.
you the positive. Reed puts you over the top.
Yeah, we got.
Let's check out Dune's stealth.
We're okay. We're okay.
All right, you guys, as a group, you're pretty stealthy. You guys make your way quietly along the river. Other than the usual various animals that you see making your way up, all is pretty quiet. You slowly crawl your way up those few miles up the tributary from the Desert River, coming to the point that you see the waterfall coming over the hill, the pool of water forming there that looks rather deep, that you previously had sensed the components, the adamantium and you once again reach it. At this point, all is quiet around there. There's no creatures that you can see in the vicinity. And I'm gonna go ahead and move you over to that map.
Sweet.
How far away from the place in which they were throwing the pieces into?
You guys are 100 yards away from this hillside waterfall. Per Adrin. Now, just so you guys should be seeing it now, the waterfall then kind of kicks out here, and right off the map, it cuts to the right or the east. So you guys are directly out. So as of this map, directly south, 100 yards.
So we're like,
Adrin, as we get close, do you think you could cast Detect Magic?
Yeah, I will. When I get closer, we will do that.
And that has what's the range on that? 30 feet.
It's only 30 feet. That's when I'm going to get closer, and I am also. So whereabouts did you say we're at?
So you guys are directly south of this particular map, about 100 yards.
Oh, so we're not.
Oh, okay.
so we're
Okay.
like down.
Yeah, you guys are not yet on this map.
We're
This
not
is
on
where
the
you've
map
seen it. You wanted to stay 100 yards off of it. The river here juts to the right. So let me actually. I don't know if you guys can see off the map. Let me try something here. No, it won't let me draw either. So the river just off this map cuts to the right this way, and that's where the Desert River kind of runs along here.
Okay.
Okay.
So you guys followed parallel to the bottom of the map, all the way up. So you're 100 yards off of this spot.
Okay.
Makes sense?
We don't see
This
anything.
is oriented north-south, by the way.
Okay.
You do not see anything in the area.
I'd say we just keep walking up. Okay.
I do want to check on it real quick just to make sure that nothing's moved. I'm going to approach this map. I'm going to approach the water.
Do we need to approach it, or could we get the services of another creature or anything like that?
We could. No, I don't want.
I will remind you that you use the. Oh, you guys don't have a rod anymore, do you?
The rod? No, it's we left it somewhere.
Yeah,
you get Moog. Moog left it somewhere.
Yeah, Moog threw it or something like that.
She got mad at us and threw it.
Yeah,
she was mad that you guys didn't come back. So you guys no longer have the rod of finding.
I am going to cast Detect Magic and hold that, or keep that spell going since it lasts for 10 minutes. I'm going to shapeshift into a crocodile and swim upstream.
That is awesome.
Nice.
All right. So you make your way upstream as a crocodile with Detect Magic still active. You continue to get closer with no pings of Detect Magic, no changes, no issues. 80 yards, 60 yards, 40 yards, 20 yards, and you're coming right up on this pool, and you're not far out at this point. And you know kind of the 0 yard mark is where this is at. You get closer 10 yards and hit the 30 foot mark, and nothing pings on your radar. 9, 8, 7 yards, getting closer, and you kind of hit the pool now at this point. As the crocodile, you said?
Yeah.
Crocodile. Okay. As the crocodile, and your detect magic doesn't ping at all.
I'm swimming all the way down to the bottom, and I'm scanning like I remember where they dumped it at, where we saw them dump
You
it
do.
at.
They were generally right in the center. You recall that. The tributary that
digging.
you've been coming up is only about 10 feet deep. It's been pretty light, and you get to the pool, and it instantly drops to about 50 feet right there. It gets
I'm going
fairly
down.
deep under that pool. So you drop down underneath. The bottom is rocky, sandy, kind of a combination. Nothing large. It's pretty beat up and worn at this point. Dropping down, it's fairly rough. Looks like there's a lot of stuff that's been there. Has seen some disturbance. You get down to the bottom and start digging within the sand, and it is clear. You find nothing as you dig a few feet down below it, 3 feet, just continued sand and small pebbles on top. You get into a sandy dirt-like feature, but it's pretty clear, pretty pure, and there is nothing there.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna do a swim around the pool and like behind the waterfall. Make sure is there any entrances or anything behind the waterfall?
No, so looping around the pool, you find that it's pretty much a bowl. The waterfall has kind of worn away into the back and downward. You find no secret entrances, no entrances of any type. It's pretty well enclosed and solid. There's not even any visibility limitations at this point. You've got a pretty clear visibility of the stone that's well polished in this bowl all around. Now it looks like there's been some disturbance, some things dug up. It's certainly not a pristine bottom as you would expect, and Adrian's got plenty of experience in the wild, so you very easily recognize that the bottom has been disturbed at various points, churned up, turned over, but at this point it looks pretty empty all around.
All right, I'm going to make my way back. I'm going to go on the other side of the banks, on the east side of the banks, and I'm going to start looking for tracks, footy prints.
All right, as an alligator.
Let me see. Does that is what's that based on? Wisdom.
Survival. So
Survival.
yeah, wisdom.
Yeah. So I'm still an alligator, but I'm going to use my wisdom.
Okay, go ahead and give me a survival check.
15.
Nice.
All right. You see various tracks coming in and out. Pretty heavy indentations within the soft grass that has been misted over time. Nothing that appears absurdly recent. So nothing within the past few hours, but within the past few days, perhaps to the last week, you certainly see a variety of indentations, both coming into. So you're on the east side, so both heading parallel to the cliff towards the water as well as away. Appears to be at least 4 or 5 different tracks coming in and out at different points. Pretty heavy indentations in the ground, and they look like they go right up to the water.
Crap. I will return back to the rest of the group and let them know what I found.
And O'Doon's going to approach, and he's gonna be like, "Listen, this is a beautiful waterfall. I'm glad you guys took me here. This is a nice area. What the hell are we doing here?"
This is where a piece of have we told O'Doon about the Vonadod? We did mention that to them.
I think
Yeah,
This is a location of a piece of the Vonadod. We knew that the fire giants had dropped a piece off here. And from what Adrin has said, it's not here any longer. That's not good. They're getting close. They're getting really close to.
How do you know that there was a piece of the Vonendot here?
We saw them drop it here.
You just happened to be here when they dropped it in?
We followed them here after they dug it out of the ground in Chamb3r.
Oh, and they came and just threw it in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, we suspect they were hiding it until they, collected another piece or something like that. But whatever they were waiting for, they did.
So only one piece then?
We suspect that they have more pieces, but we're not sure.
For everyone's recollection, since that was a while ago, whenever you did have the rod, you felt that we couldn't tell how many, but there were multiple pieces there.
There's many there.
Oh yeah. The good thing is that Gnawbone still is supposed to have a piece.
Yeah.
Unless
we might have to go up there and check on Gnawbone.
Yeah, if they've removed the pieces, this might mean that they've killed Gnawbone and taken that.
All right, interesting. How long ago was that? And for reference, that was a little over 3.5, 4 weeks ago, I think. It's been weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, this isn't good.
Okay. That's not good.
No.
Perhaps I should send our friend Gnawbone a little message.
I was going to say, Siddle, maybe later on tonight when we camp again, you can send him a message.
Yeah, just check on him, make sure everything's all right.
Yeah.
So what do we do now?
I guess on to Chamb3r.
All right. The Chamb3r it is.
One sec. One sec before we go to Chamb3r. What was the? Sorry, I'm just looking at the Waterdeep, Yartar, Everland. If I can't remember the. Oh shit, that's not what it is. Sorry, I need to look at the north map. One sec. If Gnawbone, if Gnawbone doesn't respond, I mean, is that going to change our path? I mean,
honestly, no. Because what are we going to do?
Yeah,
Gnawbone's if he doesn't respond, Gnawbone's dead. We go to his lair. That's going to be pointless because they probably took everything that was in his lair.
Yeah,
and we're just running around like a chicken without a head.
They didn't seem too interested in looting the towns. They just wanted the pieces and they left. It is a possibility that we could get some dragon loot. I know Warwick would be interested in that.
I don't know if they would leave a dragon horde. I mean, them not taking stuff in town is one thing. Them not taking a dragon horde that's no longer being protected because the dragon's dead.
That's a nice curated pile of loot for them.
What use do the fire giants have for a dragon horde?
Whatever they can use it for.
I'm not saying that we need to go there right away, but if we make haste on our current journey, and then we could possibly head up there quickly.
We could.
Yes,
or we could send a message up to the gentleman whose son was lost to Gnawbone and have him check it out for us.
We could.
Morven.
Yeah.
Morven.
Either way, we're heading on to Chamb3r, correct?
Yeah. I just wanted to ask. I just. This is getting interesting.
I love the frustration in Griswold. The oh fuck moment here. The oh god, now what?
Now, do we know where they might put the Von and Dodd back together? I mean, do we have any inclination on where that might be?
We know that they're up to the northeast. That's home base for them.
We do know that they need a pretty much an elemental to reforge the Vonadod.
This does push us to some haste to figure out what Siddle knows. He may know more than he knows.
Yeah, I think we need to go find the Weevil.
He may know more than he knows he knows. Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Then Master Dwarf, that leads me to ask the question. I understand you don't want to go to Mirabar for personal reasons. I think it would be a lot faster if we went to.
Let me rephrase this. I can't be seen in Mirabar. So if somebody has something to disguise me, I would be happy to go with you. But I can't be seen in Mirabar.
Oh, that bad, eh?
I may or may not have a disguise kit.
I don't want to put you in that situation, but if we are trying to make haste and we need to get the Xantharl's Keep, using the teleportation would be our fastest way to do this. As much as I want to, as much as I want to get to that cartographer in Chamb3r.
Well, we got to go through Chamb3r. So we would shave a day off by going maybe
why would we go
2
to
days.
Chamb3r? Why? If
you mean go to Yartar? Okay, sorry.
Yeah, Yartar and then yeah.
Yeah, so a day to Yartar, from Yartar to Mirabar, down to Xantharl's Keep. So you're probably looking at a little over 2 days of travel if you do that. If you went to Chamb3r by direct route, so day to Chamb3r, what is that? 4 days to Xantharl, so 5 days that way. So say a little over 2 versus 5. So you shave off 2 to 3 days going to Yartar, then Mirabar.
It's just a thought.
You cut the trip in half. Let's go from 5 to 2.5. Ballpark.
If Warwick, if your disguise kit, I mean, is this a play kit or are you pretty good at this?
I put those glasses on with the mustache.
Oh wait, who is this? Who is this guy in the party? What's going on?
This is
It's like Clark Kent, Superman type deal.
takes off the glasses.
Except I imagine does Griswold or does Amrook already have a beard?
He does.
Yeah.
All right, so you're throwing the mustache on over top of the beard.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right, just slapping it on top of there. Yeah.
No, this disguise kit is legit.
Are you proficient at it?
I
He
thought so.
probably he probably is.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Yes, he should be.
Proficient
All
at
right.
it.
He probably doesn't show on roll 20, but he would be.
If we need to take the risk,
In fact, I think I recall.
I would rather not take the risk, but for the party, I will take the risk. If we can disguise me before going through the circle, we don't have any connections to Mirabar to let them know we're coming or anything. We're just going to appear in front of them and say, "Hey guys, we're here."
Yeah, I don't think this works like it does on CR, because they already like these.
That's my question. Like with the acquaintance that we made in Everlund, in Everlund, do we have a connection that we can say, "Hey, we're coming"?
Well, we have the pins. We have the pins that we show.
We show up and hold up the pins. I'm good.
Yeah, we get the secret badge.
We've got an idea that says, "Hey, we were told we're allowed to use this thing."
Cool.
That poses another question though. We have 3 new party members that don't have pins. We're gonna have to either acquire those in Yartar or hope that when we pop up that showing a couple of our pins is okay.
Yeah, good point.
I might be able to talk my way around that. Actually, hold on. I think it says I have. I don't know. It says I have. Oh no, I guess that's one, and then there's like a 3 besides the disguise kit. I don't know what that means.
That's your proficiency.
Yeah, you're proficient with the disguise kit.
Oh, I don't have one then. Never mind. I'm pretty sure I could talk my way around a pin. I'm not too concerned about that. But if it's a concern of the group, I understand.
I think at this.
Sounds
go
like
ahead.
we just need to get to Yartar and see if they can give us some sort of reference, and then we travel.
Yes.
I do also have a forgery kit that I could forge some type of reference if necessary.
We'll keep it in mind.
Yeah, let's see if the wizards at Yartar will give us what we need. But it's good to know you have that.
So
So
on
we-
Yartar it is.
Is this a good
Coal baths.
point to call it?
Yeah, I was gonna say we could probably stop here then. It's after 12 o'clock. Everyone good?
Yeah.
And stop at a reasonable hour and then head north.
I'm good, but I just don't want to push anybody else. So
I was gonna say, I know, Keegan, I offered you the midnight. I'm sure Siddle, Rusty, you're crashing fast too. So I certainly want to be cognizant of you guys. Otherwise, I'm happy to throw a battle your way.
you can always tell when Rusty's crashing by his hair. Like the higher it goes, that's how tired you know he is.
Yeah.
do my stretches, try to stay awake, run my hands through the hair, and just
Exactly.
You see Keegan get a little antsy. He starts to shake a little bit more, like he's got to go.
I'm still good to go, but totally understand that the 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
I'm fine going to bed as well.
Yeah.
Let's call it here. This is a good point. We'll head to Yartar in transition. That'll be a nice starting point for the next session.
We want to talk to Kolbaz in Yartar.
That you do.
All right.
Now, with that said, since it's an earlier night, whoever wants to stay on and just BS afterwards, by all means. But we will end the official campaign here and pick up next time. So you guys are at the rod dump and heading north, and that's where we'll stop.
Awesome.
All right. Thanks anybody who's out there still watching, and we'll see you on Tuesday for Echo Chamber.
Doses.